All right. Okay. Oh gosh. I gotta plug this up. Ah! All right. All righty. Guys, I'm really cold. It's really cold in here. Hey, it didn't do the animation. What's that about? Hold on. There we go. There we go. You got to do the animation. You lost some subscribers being 20 minutes late. I don't care about that. I'm not here for the subscribers. I'm here to talk Spurs. You think I care about the subscriber count? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. All right. I care more about the substance. Clan, you need to watch a live game against the Hawks. I did watch a live game against the, what? I just watched a live game against the, what? Best game I've ever been to? Best game of the season, actually. So, yeah. Wait, best game you've ever been to, period? I feel like the best game I've ever been to was the Spurs versus the Memphis Grizzlies 2017? Game 2? I think it was game 2. We lost that game. Spurs lost that game, but I think that's the best game I've been to. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Technically, I mean, that's the best Spurs game I've been to. The best game I've ever been to was Memphis Grizzlies 2011 versus the Thunder. I think it was 2011. Versus the Thunder, second round. That was incredible. Clan Hawks Tuya. What? What are we talking about? Are you guys okay? Hawk Tua? What are we talking about? Are you from Memphis? Yeah, I'm from Memphis. I don't know where my cat went. I just heard her. If she tries to jump up here, she got to go in her backpack. She got a big cat backpack right here. She got to go in her backpack. She'll act more of a fool if I took her outside of the room and closed the door. She would act a fool. So I got to at least... She'll be calmer if she's in her backpack next to me. Hawks got Hawk Tua'd on. All right. They sure did. Good job, guys. You guys on a roll. All right, so before we talk about this game, because obviously this game was awesome. Okay, obviously we're all excited about it. I'm going to keep pushing this. I don't know what just happened. Follow my Letterboxd, please. Follow my Letterboxd. For the love of God. Let's see, profile. So yeah, go to Letterboxd, follow it. If you don't know what Letterboxd is, it's basically a website in which you put your favorite films, you review films, and you you can just rate films in general. When are we getting a new Spurs invasion video? Jeez, man. Pretty soon. I gotta start making that channel a little bit more casual because I literally have no time now. Literally no time. Followed? Thanks, man. Yeah, follow. It's Clan the Film Fan on Letterboxd. All right. If you're wondering about my taste in film, me personally, I think these are pretty great movies. So I did make a couple lists here. Well, actually, you can just go to list. I did make a couple lists here. I'm gonna keep adding to it. Obviously, I'll make more. But this is amazing films who won't waste your time. And I even numbered them. And I got to add way more. It's just some movies I haven't seen that I feel like are probably going to end up making this list. But thus far, we got like 116 on this specific list. So, yeah. But this is a really good list, I think. Every single one of these films I loved. And I think are great. But the masterpieces, they're up here, okay? I would say the first 11 of these films are... well, some of these are... Decision to Leave is basically a masterpiece. I'm not going to lie to you. I would say Mother is also a masterpiece. But yeah. Some great films. What's the third movie? RRR. Please, for the love of God, watch this. I don't even know how to classify what this movie is. It's everything, okay? It's action, it's romance, it's a freaking musical. There's musical numbers in it. It's in every single thing that it does it perfectly. Every genre it tackles, it just destroys it. It's like one of the best in every single genre that it tackles. It's incredible how good this movie is. It's super over the top. It's extraordinarily fun. I'm gonna watch that later. Yes, watch it. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, I've seen RRR is Bollywood Gold. Isn't it? It's so good. It's a perfect movie. Like, I don't know. I had no complaints. You know? It's like, oh, okay, it's fun, but is it that deep? Yeah, it is deep, actually. There's like some really great backstories in this. Yeah, it's like a freaking, I know it's Bollywood, but it's like a freaking anime, okay? It's like, if you love anime, they should they should really talk about doing a live action anime with this director. You talking RR? It's so good. I love that movie. It's ridiculous, Ren. Yes, talk ball. We'll talk ball in a minute. Let people get in here, okay? Obviously, I was a little late. Let people get in here. Let take some time, all right? Let some people come in. We can talk what we want to talk about. Did you give your cat an anime or Japanese name? Mikasa, from Attack on Titan. Sorry. Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, so yeah, watch RR. Dude, any other movies you guys have questions about? All of these are excellent. Like, I feel like if you jump on here and you just choose them at random, you won't go wrong. It's like this, okay? Either you pick one of these movies at random and you absolutely love it, like I do, or you pick it at random and you watch it and you're like, wow, that was really weird. But I don't think you're gonna regret watching it. That's just me. That's just how I view it. I don't think that you'll regret watching it. Like Under the Silver Lake, for instance, this is a very interesting, weird film. But I think anybody can get something out of it. I don't think that you feel like your time is wasted after watching. You're gonna at least have something to talk about with somebody. Kill Bill. I didn't really want to put Kill Bill on here. Taxi Driver or Goodfellas? Oh, which one is better? I like Goodfellas, but I got Goodfellas on here too. It's I think it's pretty high. Didn't I put Goodfellas high? Yeah, 29. Yeah, Goodfellas is on here. Name a movie. Name a phenomenal movie, guys. I bet you it's on here. Crash, Best Picture in 2005. Oscar nominated Best Picture. Crash isn't that good. Watch it again. No, Crash isn't that good. You need to watch Crash again. The first time I watched it, I really loved it, and then I watched it again, and I was like, wow, this movie's kind of disingenuous. Oh, it only won Best Picture. It's like I think it's considered the worst Best Picture ever. Let me see. Worst Best Picture winners. Like, it won Best Picture, and literally, Brokeback Mountain was right there, and they didn't choose that, which is crazy. All right, let's see. Worst Best Picture winners. It got to be on this list. There's no way it's not on this list. Let's see, Green Book. Okay, if it's not 2, it got to be 1. There it is. Crash. Yeah, it even brings it up right here. Crash wins over the critically acclaimed Brokeback Mountain, cemented his legacy as the worst Best Picture win at the Oscars. Yeah, I think most people believe that, but yeah, it didn't deserve it. Green Book. I don't know. I actually never seen Green Book, so I can't act on that. I can't say anything on that. This is a Spurs channel, right? Shut up. No, it's a film channel. Is this clan the late film fan stream? Yeah, it is actually. Crash sucked. Yeah, it's not a good film. Swiss Army Man. Okay, hold on. I'm looking at all the recommend. The Girl Next Door. Come on. Interstellar. I still need to see that. I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, I'm back at the top. Prisoner. Yes, Prisoner's on here. Right there. 64. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I didn't put it on this list, but if you go to my overall films, it's on there. I mean, I gave it like a 4.5, I think. I don't remember what I gave it. It's at least a 4. Swiss Army Man. It should be pretty high. Well, no, it might be a little lower. I love Swiss Army Man. Oh wait, it's right by Prisoners. There you go. Full Metal Jacket. I don't have Full Metal Jacket on here. I probably need to rewatch it. I put Saving Private Ryan on here though. That's a great one. Shutter Island. I'm not the biggest fan of Shutter Island. Dune 2. I like Dune 2, but I didn't want to put it on this list. Interstellar. Yep. We already said that. Green Mile. Don't have down there. Boogie Nights. Yes, Boogie Nights. It is. Where's Boogie Nights? Yeah, here it is. 36. Watch Anora. It's so good. End of Watch. I didn't want to put End of Watch on here. What about Whiplash? Yes, Whiplash is on here. Whiplash. Wait. Right here. 42. Godfather. I didn't put Godfather in here. I wanted to rewatch it before I put it in the mix. Fight Club. Yeah, Fight Club is right here. 33. I'm telling you guys, this is a good list. Like, but you said Anora. Let me and as far as masterpieces, the top 11 right here are all masterpieces. I mean, they're all masterpieces. A Tale of Two Sisters is my favorite horror film of all time. Absolute masterpiece. They made an American version that really sucks, so make sure you don't watch the American version and you watch this version, the Korean version. Shawshank Redemption. I got that on my rewatches. Sign sucks. 42. That movie sucks. Put Space Jam with Wemby on here. Just pretend LeBron never failed. Yeah, Space Jam 2 sucks. Dogtooth. Oh, I need to not rewatch it. I got that on my watch list. Dogtooth. Let me look up Anora. $2024. This just came out. Oh wait. I've heard about this. I've heard about this. Okay, yeah, I put it on my watch list. Yeah, I've heard about it. It was getting a lot of praise at film festivals, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've heard about that movie. Okay, cool. All right. So that'll probably end up on this list. We'll see how good it is. No Unforgiven, no Apocalypse Now. I don't think so. City of Darkness. Okay, I haven't seen that. All right, I love that you guys are giving me recommendations. All right, five more minutes of this, and then we'll talk about the game. City of Darkness, 1999. It's like a fight movie. All right. Is this a Chinese film? Or am I tripping? I think that's Chinese. Claim you'll love Spider-Girl. The heck is Spider? Prom Night, Black Christmas. I updated my Letterboxd clan. Oh, did you? This is another thing I want to start doing, okay? If you guys follow me, I would like to go on here and judge you. Chancho Joshi's right here. Let's go to his. Okay, all right. You say hey to the people, because I know you're about to try to jump up here. Say hey to the people, and then you're going in your backpack. She was getting ready to jump up here. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Come on. Ugh. Come on, girl. Get in there. Yeah. All right. She'll be asleep in literally 5 seconds. Scarface, a 5 out of 5. I respect you, and I agree. Let's see what we got here. Oh, you just saw Sonic 3. It was good? I heard it was good. All right, we're going to look at Huncho Joshi's from the chat's ratings, and we'll see how if we agree with him or not. Let's do lowest to highest. I'm already agreeing with you. Whoa, wait a minute. I see a few that I disagree with. Why is it like, oh, it's your rating. Wait, did I give, hold on, I gave one of those? Wait. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I thought that was something. I was looking at the wrong rating for the wrong. No, this can't be me. I didn't give Halloween a 5. This isn't me. Yeah, okay, this is you. All right. I was like, I didn't give Halloween a 5. Your rating. We meant to do this one. There we go. All right, let's see what we see here. This is mine. Okay, I was tripping. I'm like, Sonic 3 was a banger. Sonic 1 really sucked, so I didn't watch Sonic 2. So what you guys are telling me is to watch Sonic 2 and then... Wait, do I have to watch Sonic 2 to watch Sonic 3? Can I just skip? It looks like a bad time. I don't want to waste my time. I guess I could put Japanese on since I'm trying to learn Japanese. That would help. So She-Hulk is half a star. I never seen it, but I probably agree. Dragon Ball Evolution, half a star. Yes, I agree with you. Let's see. As a Dragon Ball fan, let's see if any of these I disagree with. I respect you being honest with the Dragon Ball universe here. They are 3s or less. They are 3s or less. I do agree. Let's see here. I think we can make it look better. Probably need to skip to 4. Oh wait, we need to skip to like 6. There we go. I don't remember all the Saw movies for me to even rate them. 8 Mile getting a 3. I respect that. I feel like too many people give 8 Mile higher scores than a 3. 3 to me is like good or okay. Yeah, I give it a 3. I gave it a 3.5. It's all in the last act, man. It's all in the last act. I respect your Smile one too. I might have gave it a 3.5. Yeah, I gave it a 3.5. It's a easy. Honestly, it sucks so bad because it's an easy 4 or 4.5. If it weren't for the ending of that movie, they just like dropped the entire theme of the film. Ooh, my boy, we got to disagree on this one. I couldn't decide a 3 or a 3.5 for 8 Mile. Yeah, I went with 3.5. I got to disagree with Late Night with the Devil, man. That's at least a 4. I think I gave it a 4.5. Yeah, this movie's a banger. It's an absolute banger. I was on the edge of my seat. And that's on the movie list, on my list. Warrior 3, I disagree with that. I'll give it over a 4. Me, Myself, and Irene being a 3, that's fine. Team America being a 3. I don't know. Our rating system might be a little bit different. I go over 3 if it's a good movie, but it did at least something out of the ordinary, you know? Risk Cutters, dope indie movie. All right. My brother overhyped Late Night with the Devil, and I thought it was good, but not great. I thought it was great. Let me look this up. He says Risk Cutters. All right, I'm gonna add Risk Cutters. I do want to go back to this. All right, we're gonna revisit this. So, guys, oh, this one right here, Risk Cutters, a love story. Going to the watch list. All right, we're gonna go back to Letterboxd. Guys, go follow me on Letterboxd now, please. And especially if you already have one, because if you have one, when we get back, we can take. Oh, a few people already followed. Oh, if you have one, when we get back, we can take a look at yours. I just think it'd be fun. Just take a look. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. San Antonio Spurs. And I'm sure someone's gonna put in the comment section later on. This is when Spurs talk starts, because they always do that. 28 Days Later. That's on my watch list. I saw 28 Days Later a while ago, but I never, yeah. I'll update mine again later today. All right. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. All right. Look how excited Wemby is. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. No. I don't know if I want it that bright or... Yeah. That's not bright at all. It needs to be at least like that. That's cool. All right, let's see. Give me a millisecond. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Okay. See the 7-4. All right. This was the best game of the season, undoubtedly, for many reasons, but a few that I want to point out. There's a lot to talk about here, right? So what we can do, like we always do, we'll talk about the game overall. Okay, we'll talk about today's sponsor, BetUS. Shout out to BetUS, by the way. And then I'll take a look at more of your comments and see, you know, just what you guys are talking about, how you felt about this game. But I'm pretty sure all of us absolutely adored it and loved it. So first and foremost, elephant in the room, San Antonio Spurs, first quarter, they came out hot. They actually came into a game playing hard with energy as if it was the third quarter. They did a really great job in that first quarter. Now, second quarter is when they were kind of lackluster, right? So you can see they start off with 36 points. Second quarter only scored 24 in the second, and allowed Atlanta to score 37. And then third and fourth quarter, they handled business. They were pretty consistent, 30, 30, and then they put up 13 in OT. Should I say they or should I say Wemby? Because Wemby absolutely went off. So how should we go about this? Overall, the team played with immense energy. Everyone was healthy. So I thought going into this game that Keldon and Zach Collins would be out. That was not the case. Zach Collins suited up. Keldon Johnson suited up. So everyone is healthy now. We talked about this last live stream, and I was worried that everyone would be gone, or at least a couple people be gone. But no, everybody's back now. So now we see a full, healthy San Antonio Spurs. And do you know what the Spurs did? This is something I brought up. I don't want to toot my own horn, okay? I don't want to toot my own horn. But you guys remember, I said something. Someone in the chat. I am going to look at the chat for a minute. I said something over the past several days. I don't know if it was the past week. Several days. And I said, I think the Spurs should do something when it comes to the first quarter. Does anybody remember what I said? That what they should do to fix this first quarter issue? So you did say that. I did say that. Do you remember exactly what I said? Start Sohan. We've always started Sohan. Everyone thinks like start for sale. Thank you. Start Devin, start for sale, start Devin, play Devin. Yes. So finally he's back in the starting lineup, and you can see here it definitely helped. If anything, it puts more pressure on the opposing team. That you can't just key in on one player because he is a threat. And we know for a fact that Devin Vassell, when he's on the scouting report, they're saying don't leave him open, right? Undoubtedly. And in this game, he went 5 for 7. He was basically perfect from 3. That's what we really needed. I mean, the slow starts, that's really what it comes down to. Now, unfortunately, you know, the beginning of the second and when you have to change things up, you can see that the Spurs suffered quite a bit going in the second quarter. But overall, I think that hot start is very important. And then you can just kind of hold your own the best of your ability in the second. We're going to win quite a few games, right? because the Spurs have been a really good second half team. So I'm not worried in that stretch at all. But starting, yes, that's what they decided to do. I actually was on the side of starting Castle over Chris Paul. But Castle offensively, he definitely struggles right now. I don't think that this is going to hurt his chances as rookie of the year or anything. I think he's undoubtedly going to be rookie of the year. But, at the same time, he struggles. He struggles sometimes. And there's a turnover here or there that you're like, ooh, that was pretty bad. But this game particularly, he only had one. So going through every single player, I guess we should just go through every single player. Jeremy Sohan, I am so happy that all the haters have been hush hush. I'm so happy that they've been quiet. I know that a lot of people will say, well, Clan, you're only talking highly of Sohan because he had a good game. But you know what? It's been consistent. Even in Spurs losses, he's had good games. And it's not crazy statistics that I'm looking for. Just watch the games. Pay attention to his tenacity. Pay attention to the opposing team and how flustered they get. DJ Hunter had that crazy great dunk on Wembanyama, which was really good. I mean, let's not act like DeAndre Hunter. Let's not act like DeAndre Hunter's dunk on Wemby wasn't impressive. It was. I know Wemby got there late. It doesn't matter. It was a really good dunk, and he was very angry, and he risked the tech, right? The reason why that was risked was because Sohan was getting on his skin all game. Like, if you paid attention, he was getting at him, picking on him the entire game. And Hunter was pretty irritated. So, you got to walk the walk if you're the San Antonio Spurs, right? You got to walk the walk when you have Sohan on your team. But with that being said, he's the most consistent piece that we have. I think that he's been phenomenal, basically all the years he's been here. And I also think that the point guard experiment did help him quite a bit, right? He seems a little bit more comfortable in his ball handling, decision making. He's just more comfortable. He's more confident. So it's there. People can say that it didn't work. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. But I don't think that that's true. I think it definitely matters. I think it definitely matters. And he was great in this game. And I also want to bring this up as well. And I said this before. 42 wins. I'm sorry. 42 minutes. 42 minutes. The coaching staff knows, and this happened with Pop too. Coaching staff knows he's the most consistent piece we have. He's the most versatile piece we have. And he might end up being the best conditioned player that we have because he can do this night in, night out. That is not easy. Over 40 minutes is insane. It's too often than not that I've seen him be able to do that. Wish we had 42 wins. We're going to have 44 by the end of this season. But yeah. Anyways. And last thing I'll say about Sohan, because you guys know I gotta rub it in a little bit. There was also this narrative this season, actually, that Sohan doesn't fit with Wemby. I know, shocker, crazy. They say Sohan is clouding up. He's just in the paint. He's just crowding up the paint. Wemby can't get to the paint. Pay attention to these games. Wemby does not attempt to get to the paint too often. There's too many times where he takes outside shots, which it's not horrible, especially in this game when you go basically 50%. It's not horrible in a game like this. But there were key moments in this game near the end where we wished, and we'll get to Victor in a minute, where I wished personally that he would just cut to the basket. And it was a play in particular where Chris Paul pointed to him to cut, and Wemby took a three they didn't have to take, right? But no, Wemby likes being around the perimeter. It has nothing to do with Sohan crowding up the paint. I guess just anything to blame him has nothing to do with that. All right. And also, Wemby had 42 points. So Jeremy Sohan and Wemby can't coexist. So let's not act like that's a crazy concept. They can coexist. All right. They can coexist in which Wemby put up 42 points. No one held back Wemby, all right, from scoring. All right. Moving on. Harrison Barnes. Pretty solid game. There was, honestly, most of his shots that he missed, I mean, they weren't really ill-advised shots, right? It's just he just wasn't feeling it 100% today, but he was pretty solid. Nothing to really complain about, nothing that really stands out. Now, Victor Wembanyama. He's an absolute monster. I mean, he is absolutely incredible. I mean, he affects everything. It is insane. I never thought we would get to this point. Okay, before we knew Victor existed, and I was pushing for the Spurs to tank and lose as many games as we possibly can to get them. Before all of that, and I didn't know who Victor Wembanyama was, I would have never thought that we could go into a game where the Spurs put a center on a point guard of any team. And I think that that's a good matchup. You know how happy I was when Sohan got switched off. And Sohan did a great job today, by the way. But when Sohan got switched off of Trae Young at the end of the fourth and Victor Wembanyama was on Trae Young, do you know how happy I was? That is not normal to be excited. To be excited about Victor Wembanyama, a center, being on a point guard. Facts. It's kind of crazy when you think about it that way, right? I would have never thought that would be a good matchup, but with the Spurs, it is. It's a great matchup, right? So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Well, should I say anything else about Vic? I don't really have anything to say. He can do everything. He's great. Oh, yeah, actually, in certain situations, Victor Wembanyama definitely needs to get to the paint. I mean, there's certain situations he undoubtedly. Now, after he got dunked on, he immediately, I mean, I guess they had a talk with him. He immediately attacked the rim. But there's certain times where it's like, okay, you're getting way too comfortable with just jacking up threes. That was pretty rough. In that situation, I was like, we did not need that. I guess what frustrated me the most, guys, is even though we got the win, I feel like we could have sealed it earlier than we did, right? And it really did come down to certain times when we settling, and I think at times that's settling for a 3-point shot, when he really didn't have to. Certain moments, you know. Don't get me wrong, Atlanta Hawks did a great job defensively all game long, but there were certain moments where he would have had an open, he would have had an open lane to go for it. He had 2 threes and 1 paint score after the poster. And it's just certain situations. Just certain situations. Yeah, that self-oop was absolutely incredible. Good guy. But he was a monster, okay? He was an absolute monster. It's just 15 threes. It's okay. It's all right. We know he's going to take a lot of shots. And he did get to the free throw line quite often. I guess we should talk about that a little bit too. I thought the refs... Here, trying not to be biased here, I felt like the refs were on our side quite often. I don't think the refereeing was the best, but I don't know, it could have been even. Let's see. Fouls. Okay, it wasn't just in my head. Yeah, they called 15 fouls on us, 22 on the Atlanta Hawks. I felt like they helped it. I feel like they helped us quite a bit at times. But you know, they reversed calls that they got wrong a few times. So maybe it's just bad refereeing. It just happened to be that way. Refs wanted us to win. It just felt like it. You know, I'm not trying to take anything away. Obviously, the Spurs fought their butt off. They earned the win. But yeah, those refs, it had to been rough if you were a Hawks fan watching, I'm sure. Because a lot of times when we got rough, they did just kind of let it play, right? But hey, they reversed quite a few calls, so it's not that big a deal. All right, so Chris Paul. I didn't even notice this. Okay, he's 3 for 3, 4 for 4. Did all of these come in the clutch? Because I could have sworn he hit like 3 clutch shots at the end. I feel like all of his shots came in the clutch. But, you know, we talked a little bit about this last season, right? That the Spurs just don't have the experience to finish. You know, they just don't have the pieces to finish. And Chris Paul, a lot of times last season, we were in a lot of close games in the fourth quarter. And I thought the addition of Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, they're going to make sure that we finish strong. And Chris Paul has been doing that, right? There's been more often than not where, yeah, he might not be doing all the heavy lifting, but at the end of the day, you know, he's there to make sure we close it out. But another thing, too, that I think he doesn't get a lot of credit for is his defense. Chris Paul is a really good defender. And I think too often people just see like that he's small and like, oh, he's not that. But we don't include him when we talk about our really good defenders. Chris Paul is a good defender. He's a fine defender. He had 4 steals in this game and a block. I don't recall the block. I'll be honest with you guys. I do not recall the block. If someone want to bring up the block for the chat, that'd be cool, but I don't remember it. But 4 steals, just did a solid job. He was plus 17 along with Victor Wembanyama being plus 17. Devin Vassell, he did Devin Vassell things. And once again, chat, what did we say? There was a certain number that I want him to get to every single game without exception, even if he only hits one of them. And that's 16. Did I say that? Did I say that? 16. And he hit that mark. He put up 16 shots exactly. I need 16 or more. He's the most talented scorer we have on the team, period. Right? All right, maybe we'll say the most talented shooter we have on the team, period. So, yeah, you need to take 16 to 20. I will live or die by that. Even if you're having a poor game, put up at least 60. You said 17? No, did I? I could have sworn I said 16. 16, 17, what's the difference? You know, 16, 17, what's the difference? All right, so great job. Great job. And by the way, I do want to bring this up. Mitch Johnson did a phenomenal job this game, except for one thing in particular. And I know people are going to be angry. They're going to say, Clan, stop being so negative. This is a very positive video, okay? I am happy. I'm really happy, ecstatic about this win. But there's a couple things about this win that I just felt like it could have went sooner. It could have came sooner. I don't think it had to go to overtime, to be honest with you. Moving on. Julian Champagnie. 3 for 8, 2 for 6. You never know what you're going to get. He's a mixed bag, but one thing you know that you're always going to get is good defense, consistent defense. And yeah, I know he got in a little bit of foul trouble somewhat. I mean, 3 personal fouls. But I would have rather seen him play more than we did. Keldon hate incoming. Ooh, don't say that. 16 was said. Yeah, I thought 16 was said. He said 16. That's what I thought I said. But yeah, so Julian Champagnie, he's solid. There's going to be times he's not going to be perfect, but he's solid. He's going to continuously be solid. Okay, so we didn't see Charles Bassey play that much. He was basically bullied, right? In those 8 minutes, he got bullied. Trey Jones, still coming off the injury. He'll be all right. He wasn't the most solid, And then Steph Castle. It's like a lot of times with Steph Castle, you can kind of see what he's trying to do in those situations, and he's calm the entire time. His defense is really good, but he's just not there yet. And a team like Atlanta that has really good perimeter defense, he was bound to struggle. He was bound to struggle in this one. Oh my goodness! Thanks for the super chat, dude. What the heck? Oh wait, it's not even on my headset. Hold on. Let's change it to that. There we go. It says, hey, Clan, thanks for all you do for the Spurs fan base, bro. What an insane game today. Overtime had playoff vibes, a sign of things to come in the near future. Heck yeah. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's it. Thank you so more. I guess I'm a little sleepy. Tech Engineer. Thank you, man. All right, so. Okay, actually, we're going to do this a little different. All right, I'll get to the negative after this. Just really quick, big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. If you guys are interested in BetUS at all, please head on over to betus.com and use promo code YouTube150. You'll receive 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your second and third deposits up to $2,000. And we can see here, I just wanted to look at NBA champion winners because the Spurs just won tonight. So obviously we have great chance to win the championship, right? Oh, wait a minute. Let's go ahead and log in there. It tries to keep the safety up so you're not messed up. You know what I mean? When we said bet that, heck yeah, he said bet that. All right. Anyways, so you'll see. You go to San Antonio Spurs, go to the money line here. Risk $5. $5 to get you. If the Spurs were to win the championship, that's 1,250. I think that's a bad bet. Do not bet on the San Antonio Spurs by any capacity. But there's lots of other teams. There's lots of other teams that you can bet on. So Dallas Mavericks, that might be a decent one, right? That's a little risky. That might be a decent one. Denver Nuggets, that might be a fine one. Milwaukee Bucks, that's a little iffy, but hey, that's the whole point of betting in and of itself. So if you guys are interested, head on over to betus.com. Bet responsibly, guys. All right, the negatives. You were about to call it a good bet. Nah, I wasn't gonna do that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's a terrible bet. Good luck. Good luck with that one. Boston repeat. Maybe. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this. Keldon Johnson. All right, so let's get the good out the way, okay? I know that a lot of people, like, real talk. I think a lot of people get tired of me being negative towards Keldon. But at this point, and I said this before, Keldon is who Keldon is. I'm not going to sit back and be like, he needs to change this and he needs to do this. He's been this way. He's been this way since college. It just is what it is. He's been this type of player since college. So there's no changing Keldon, nor do I think the Spurs should change Keldon. But what they should do, because I want to give Mitch Johnson a 10 out of 10 for this game, but I do not understand, if anyone can explain to me why on earth we finished this game in the fourth and in overtime with Keldon, please tell me. So overall, he had a decent offensive game, right? And I know some people will bring up like the layup at the end. That was good, but I just don't understand why you finished with him rather than Julian Champagnie. The defense was pretty awful. To be fair, even in defense. No. Keldon has some pretty bad defensive lapses down the stretch. Really bad defensive lapses down the stretch. And it was one play in particular where he got a stop. And it should just be a routine defensive stop. And he lost his everlasting mind after it. He went up to the bench. He was yelling, going crazy. And I get it. A defensive stop is good. But it was a routine defensive stop. And one thing that Chris Paul has pushed with this team is that act like you've been there. But the one thing that he's been saying is you're supposed to win. And I think that a lot of players on this team take heed to that. And you can see the team not get too high, not get too low. Yeah, Victor Wembanyama gets hype at times. Sohan gets hype at times. Keldon Johnson, I'm not saying you can't get hype, but the game isn't finished. And it was just a routine stop. You can't get too excited. This is a stretch. I don't think this is that much of a stretch. I honestly don't believe that. I don't know. I don't, Muhammad, I just disagree with you. But it is. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, you're here. You guys are here to disagree. You can disagree with that take. I think that is too much. I honestly think it's too much. There were too many times down the stretch where he just left his defensive assignment. And I don't think that he has the versatility defensively to get back and recover from that. He doesn't have the quickness to recover from that. So it makes it even worse. There was 1-3 in particular down the stretch that was really heinous. But yeah, I just don't quite understand finishing the games with Keldon. That's all I'm going to say. I don't get it. And this happens every time, mind you, right? If the Spurs win the game, everyone's like, I don't know what you're talking about. But then if the Spurs were to lose the game, then everyone's like, oh, I get what you're talking about. I've been pretty consistent with this. If you pay attention, finishing these games is always, it's always a little harder than it has to be. So we trade for Fox though. I kind of do want to talk about that, but not right now. It's just one of those things. Maybe this is going to be me. Maybe Mitch Johnson is just trying to prove to all of us how good of a coach he actually is by like slightly handicapping the team at the end of these games. It's like, not only what can I beat you, I can beat you with my left hand. Not only can I beat you, I can beat you with a blindfold on. I don't know. Not only will we win, I'm a dribble with my feet. You can't beat me. That's just how it feels. That's just how it feels. I'm trying not to be mean, but I'm sorry, guys. The defense is bad. It's bad. It's really bad for no reason. If that's your guys' argument that you think Keldon Johnson was playing better defense than Julian Champagnie this game, sure, I guess. I don't agree, but I guess. I just think down the stretch you'll get more utility out of Champagnie finishing the game. Even Steph Castle, even though he's not the best scorer in the world, I just think defensively you get more out of it. Now, and I'm not blaming Keldon for this game extending. It was quite a few factors. I thought Wemby settling for a 3 in certain situations where, you know, we're up by 1 was just too much. When you have an open lane to the basket, I thought that was quite frustrating. And then I think Keldon Johnson finishing the game is just not a good look. Left hand mentality. Hey, he got that Mamba mentality, man. Not only can I beat you, I can beat you with 1 shoe. Well, I don't even need my second shoe. I can tie my shoelaces together. And we'll still win. I don't know. That's mean. That's mean. Okay, I probably should have said this before, but I already know when this video gets uploaded, there's going to be a lot of people angry in the comments. Keldon Johnson is a fine player, and I think as someone mentioned in the chat, he's great for when you absolutely need a basket. I agree with that. I just didn't understand down the stretch what you needed out of Keldon, right? I feel like the 3-and-D threat of Julian Champagnie is fine, but I don't really think there's anything that Keldon would have done in this game better than what we would have seen from Julian Champagnie. And I constantly feel that way down the stretch, mind you. Now, I do think that Keldon overall is a better player than Julian Champagnie. It's just situationally, I don't think he's that great. And a lot of times people are just gonna praise. They're just gonna praise when we win, right? But as soon as the Spurs lose, everyone will agree, like, oh yeah, I don't know what he was. It's like the game was so hyped that you probably just didn't notice, to be honest. And like I said, routine stop, lost his mind. I'm a Keldon Glazer and I agree, clan. Well, thank you, Huncho. Thank you, Huncho. He should not be closing out games. I don't understand it. And it just seems like, okay, you just act like you've been there. That's all. You got to act like you've been there, all right? You got to have that type of mentality. When you win, let's lose our minds, all right? And maybe if it's a poster, right? I'm not mad at Hunter for getting hype on Wemby, right? But maybe if it's a poster, yeah, you just lose our minds, right? You hype right now. But a routine defensive stop, you're supposed to do that many times. Funny enough, I probably should mention this too. Funny enough, I don't think Keldon is the worst one-on-one defender. He's not a good one-on-one defender by any means, stretch of the imagination. But I don't think he's the worst one-on-one defender. He's a bad team defender. I think that's the worst. I think that's the worst element of Keldon on defense is his team defense. But yeah, Julian over Steph Castle. No, I'm fine with finishing with Steph. The only reason why I'm a little hesitant to say Steph this game is because I think since that injury, like in the game when he got injured in the game several days ago. He was fine because probably the adrenaline was going and, you know, he finished off strong. But I think that soreness probably caught up to him, you know, a few days later. And since then, and since he's played, I don't think he's been the best, right? But yeah, he is. Yeah, he's cold. Yeah, he is cold. I love Steph Castle. But if they chose not to finish the game off with them, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. But you know, I would prefer Julian Champagnie down this stretch. He's the top 3 worst defenders. 1 Malachi, 2 Zach, 3 Keldon. And you know what? I think I've shown this before, but guys, let me go ahead and bring this up. I don't just have these things saved, right? But this is very telling right here. So let me show you something, because I know some people, you know, especially after a dub, you're like, oh, it's not that bad. It's pretty bad, man. If I can find it, just give me a millisecond. I'll read some of the comments while I'm scrolling. Keldon is loyal though. He is loyal. I'm not disapproving. I just said trust the coaches. If Keldon finishes the game more than Juju, we live with the results. I think you can disagree with the coaching staff on certain occasions, right? Lord knows that everyone would disagree with Pop in certain situations. I mean, I didn't trust Pop is the greatest coach of all time, but I didn't trust Pop taking Duncan out of the game in 2013. I didn't trust that. I didn't trust the coaching staff with that. You know, they can make mistakes. They're human. Yeah, here we go. So this is 5 players. So, and this is back in November 22nd. So it might have changed a little bit. You know, it's been about a month now. But this was up to November 22nd, near the end of November. And it was 5 players at that time with a defensive EPM below -2.0 and a true shooting percentage below league average. And Keldon was right there with Sarr, Giddey, Clowney, and Keontae George. And that's not good. That's not a good look, especially when these players are much younger in their careers than he is. And I don't know, just with statistics like that, I just don't understand closing out games. I don't get it. Forget about this stat. You brought it up last time. All right. Okay. All right. I know everybody's excited. I'm excited too. This was a great win, you know, just trying to plead my case a little bit. But I do love Keldon. I think that he is a great team guy. I think that he is a personality-wise, he is the Spurs, right? He perfect culture, or he fits perfectly in the culture. He's dope. Just don't finish off games. You can play him. I'm not saying don't play him. Don't bench him all game. I'm not stupid, right? He's good enough where he should be playing. It just don't finish off games when things start to get tight. It makes me uncomfortable, right? Makes me uncomfortable. I've seen Julian Champagnie and Castle finish off games just a little bit better. Keldon, a strong defender and rebound. Keldon is not a strong defender, my guy. He is the complete opposite of strong defender. I will die on that hill now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Let's not be silly here. Come on. You can disagree, but don't jump to he's a great defender. I think he meant Sohan. No way. He had to mean Sohan. Come on now. I would shed a tear if he left. If Keldon Johnson left the San Antonio Spurs, you already know he's getting a Dear Keldon video. Although I don't think he will really appreciate it with how mean I've been lately. But maybe you guys appreciate it. Like I said, I'm a Keldon Glazer, but Keldon is below average at defending. Yeah, he's not a good defender. And I just think that when you don't have to have a below average defender in the game down the end of the stretch, I don't, why do it? I'm not leaning in the end of these games. I'm not leaning on Keldon Johnson to score a basket for us, right? You don't have to lean on him for that. You're literally going to, I mean, if anything, he's going to be the 4th option. Like you don't have, if that's the case, then just play Julian Champagnie. Vic is going to be the 1st option. Devin's going to be the second. Maybe Sohan or Chris. Honestly, honestly, Chris Paul might be the third. Sohan might be the fourth. He's going to be the last option. I don't know. I'll leave it alone. I think you're hyping Julian's defense way too much. Julian Champagnie's a better defender than Keldon Johnson. That's my only point. I don't think Julian is like an elite defender or anything. Right? I don't think Devin Vassell is an elite defender. I don't think either one of those guys are like great defenders, but they're average, if not slightly above average. Trae Young has 0 rebounds. It was going to be really difficult for Trae Young to get any rebounds in this game. He had 16 assists, though. I didn't realize that. Jeez. Sheesh. What did Kirk say? My argument is Keldon needs to play in important moments to be traded. Yeah, I don't know. Kirk, you're right. I think we're ramping his trade value. And everyone said that last year too, though. Julian is above average defender, but a solid shot blocker, just like Danny Green. Yeah. And I won't say Julian Champagnie is as good as Danny Green, because I think that, especially Danny Green is in his prime, but Champagnie's young, right? He's young. How old is Julian Champagnie? 23. I thought he was 24. He's younger than I thought. He's like way better than I thought. Yeah. All right. Sorry for being negative. But this game was awesome. This game was absolutely incredible. 2 players we have not. I think it's Mitch Johnson, man. I think he's just, with his coaching, he's just not that high on these players. He's really kind of taking control of the lineups that he wants right now. Blake Wesley and Malachi Branham, we are not seeing much Blake Wesley and Malachi at all. I don't know, guys. I'm starting to wonder what the future holds for these two. We already know the team's going to look substantially different next season, but Malachi and Blake, not seeing any of them. So, I don't know. All right, I'll read a few more and we'll get out of here. At least with this segment. I will play Harrison Barnes instead of KG. Yeah, that's an KJ. Yeah, that's another option as well. I didn't even bring that up. Yeah, Harrison Barnes, Julian Champagnie, Steph Castle, and then I would go to I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm not hating. There's no reason to not like Keldon. I like Keldon Johnson. Maybe the coach staff just in the mentality that anything can happen, and if they get a steal, KJ is a problem downhill. I don't think that they're thinking that way. But even if they were, like, why would you roll the dice? The main thing that you need down the stretch is consistency. All right, you're not sitting there waiting or hoping that you get a steal or hoping that you get a turn. You need consistent defense, no brain lapses. And I thought defensively there were brain lapses with Keldon on the court, as it always is. I think it was a matchup thing with Keldon being out there. It possibly is, I'm not hating. LOL, you want everybody but Keldon to finish games. I'm not hating in the way that, like, I would hate on DeJounte, right? Like, you guys obviously knew I didn't like DeJounte Murray, like, on or off the court, really. Even when he was with the Spurs, and people disagree with me on that. It's not that way with Keldon, right? I'm not like a Keldon Johnson hater. It's just that I don't think that he fits. Down the stretch, it's too many mistakes. Yeah, he did, Huncho. Huncho says, I watched highlights of Keldon in high school. He played the exact same way since back then. Yeah, he's not gonna change the way he plays. I mean, that's why the Spurs got him. Is the type of player he is, the type of energy he brings and going downhill. He's always played like that. He's not gonna change it now. There is no change in it. But yeah, I said what I said. All right. Anything else you guys want to add to the conversation? As much hate as you feel like I bring Keldon's way, don't worry. I'm going to get plenty of hate for this video, I'm sure. Or this segment. Keldon played good defense tonight. I don't think he did. Team defense, that is. I thought his team defense was pretty bad. His team defense is terrible, but I love him most of the time. Yeah, it's the team defense. The one-on-one defense is not as bad. I will say that. It's not as bad. It's just the team defense. He'll overhelp or he'll commit way too hard. It's sloppy every single time. And it's always him. He's the main perpetrator in these games. If you don't believe me, just watch. Hopefully they don't keep doing this, but you know, down the stretch, just pay attention to if Chris Paul is out there with them. Pay attention to Chris Paul's reactions defensively if we give up a 3. We were fully healthy. That is great to see. We were fully healthy and they still didn't play Zach Collins. I'm sure a lot of people are happy about that. But I'm not happy about how much Sohan has to play because of it. I'm not happy about that. I hate that Sohan has to like play his regular position and then get moved to center and just play the entire game like that until Wemby comes back. I don't like that. I don't know. Chris Paul is always at a point where Keldon should be out yapping on him to not switch on someone else. I think I know what you're saying. Just pay attention, man. I know after a win we all hype, but you know, pay attention. Yo. Yeah, that self lob was crazy. I did not see that coming. I was like, oh, that's a weird shot that he attempted. Oh my God. Oh, you meant pointing? Chris is always pointing at where Keldon should be out. Yapping on him not to switch. Okay, got you. Not to switch someone else. I got you. Yeah, you Chris Paul gets pretty frustrated. If you don't believe me, just pay attention. Chris does that to everyone. It's more with Keldon. I definitely don't see him having to do that with Victor or Sohan that often. He's directing traffic though. He's telling. He's communicating. KJ would fit if his scoring consistency off the bench like a 6-man is supposed to do. Yeah, like he's perfectly fine for that role. It's just don't finish games. Hunter, on the behalf of the city of San Antonio, hold this L. Thank you for the super chat, JJB. That's funny. He was ignoring him on the bench, and it looked like he said, "Did you hear me?" Who is ignoring who? Keldon ignoring Paul? I didn't see that. I don't think he would have ignored him. Y'all overthinking it? Yeah, I don't think he was. Yeah, I think that's a little bit overthinking it. But then again, people said that was a stretch for me to say he got a defensive stop and lost his mind. I just thought it was a routine defensive stop. Keldon was ignoring Chris Paul. I'll pay more attention. Maybe you were at the game. I'll pay more attention to that. I don't really see. I have a hard time believing that. All right, ending this segment. We went on way too long. Yeah, ending segment. All right, let me end this with this. Let me say it with this. End it with this. I love Keldon Johnson, okay? He's all right. I do love Keldon Johnson. Anyways, shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this segment. All right. We ended the segment. No more of this game. I think I went too long about the whole Keldon Johnson thing, guys. I'm going to get a lot of hate. I went way too long. I think when I have a chat here, I have to go back and forth. So it seems like I'm like really egging it on, but really I'm just being honest and trying to have a conversation. But yeah, that doesn't go over well when I upload videos like this. So just be ready. Just be ready for people that weren't here to be like, wow, you're always hating. Trey Jones clogging the guard position. Hey, don't talk about Trey Jones. Leave Trey Jones alone. Stop lying, claiming you never liked Keldon. That's not true. That's not true. His play style, I'm not that crazy. I think another thing that frustrated me, and it might not be so much with Keldon, but with Spurs fans, is like a lot of Spurs fans thought at one point, believe it or not, thought at one point that Keldon would be like our savior, like he was gonna be like our next star, and I never agree with that. Okay, Clay, you're toxic for that. I'm toxic for being honest with you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I could easily, it's so easy for me to just go on here and say everybody's great, everything's perfect, everything's wonderful, and then, you know, not get any hate at all. I don't want to argue all the time. Bro, he said one thing about Trey. You said leave him alone. Oh, wait. That's what you're talking about? No, I was pretty sure I was just kidding. Trey Jones clogging the guard position. Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, it's not that big a deal. Trey Jones cool. You know, just leave him alone. He didn't do anything. He's coming off an injury, you know. He'll be all right. Trey Jones fits. He does a good job. He fits when he's out there. He does a good job. It's just this game in particular, you know, he's still trying to get used to things, but he's fine. Keldon is how we were able to tank for half this team. Hunter activated Wemby. Then it was over. Yeah, I don't know what he was. I don't know. That was interesting. I saw some people on Twitter like upset because the team didn't react. And it's like, guys, he stared down Wemby. Okay? He stared down Wemby. He didn't attack Wemby. He didn't push Wemby. Right? I don't even think he said anything. He stared him down. I think that's a natural reaction, to be honest. Nah, you stared down Wemby. I feel like that's just a natural reaction. The Spurs were thinking about the win. After they saw that, they were immediately going to the ref. And it might come across as weak. You might see it and be like, that's weak. You should fight. But it's like, we're trying to win a game here. They went immediately to the refs like, that's not going to get a tech. What is that? And we got the tech. Now, we end up getting a double tech because Wemby said some stuff back. But, you know, it didn't get too crazy. Bro, Wemby rarely reacts. Yeah, Wemby didn't like that. If Wemby would have initiated something, the team would have been there. Or if Hunter would have initiated something, the team would have been there. He definitely says something. Okay, hold on. Let me rewatch it. It has to be in this highlights, you see. CP3 puts game away. Here we go. Let's see here. Give me a second. There's an ad. You tell Wemby. You see Wemby tell him off after the buzzer. Yeah, I saw it. Wemby's a competitor. Yeah, Wemby just got there late. First off, Wemby got there late, so like I'm just watching the play again. That wasn't even Wemby's. Well, hold on, was that Wemby's? Yeah, that's Wemby's fault. Yeah, that's Wemby's fault. Yeah, Wemby shouldn't have, but he got there late. What a great dunk. All right, let me watch it through Let's see if he said anything to Wemby. You guys said he said something. Let's see. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think you guys are right. I think he did say something. Hold on. Here's a close-up. Give me a sec. He dunked on him. Hold on. Yeah, whatever he said, I don't know. It's kind of hard to even see his lips move, to be honest. But yeah, I think he did say something. He wouldn't have bobbed his head like this without saying something. He said something. He was pissed off at that point because of Sohan. So you got to walk that walk, man. If you're gonna be a teammate of Sohan, you got to walk that walk. Because Sohan was frustrating the entire game. Quick question. This is super random. I was thinking about, like, I'm going to the barbershop tomorrow. And I was thinking, like, if I just cut all this off and just left a mustache. I don't know. I've never done that before. I wonder what it would look like. I wonder what it looks strange. Don't? Okay. No? Okay. All right. No? Nope. Okay. Nay? Okay, you're the same person saying it. Ja Morant dunk on Wemby was weak. Yeah, he was so happy he got that dunk off. That was the weakest one. Don't? Okay. All right. I won't. Okay. All right. At least you guys being honest. I mean, you could have sugarcoated it. What were you thinking? I'm sorry. I apologize. At least you guys are being honest with me. I was like, hey, I'll try something new. But you guys, you're on it. Try it, and if it looks bad, shave it. Well, I would shave it. I would just have to wait for it to grow back. Don't, please. Okay, all right. I've seen some guys. Let me see if I can find. I've seen some guys really pull off that look. Let's see, mustache style. Well, should it be style? What would that even be called? Mustache. You know, going for the. Let's see. Yeah, go for like the Michael B. Jordan. Well, I guess he got somewhat of a goatee. Yeah, look at this. Look, you don't think I could pull off the Childish Gambino? The Donald Glover? The classic Donald Glover? Look, hold on. Look at Henry Cavill. Okay, how about this? I think I'll go halfway here. Well, look at that. I mean, I'm not looking like Brad Pitt. I mean, he's Brad Pitt, but like that looks nice. It looks clean. It works on some guys. Well, we don't know. Yeah, Clan. Yeah, gotta stop. Try it. Father Clan. I mean, how about this? I'll get this shaved way down. I think I'm gonna roll with that. I'm gonna get it shaved way down. It looks clean on them. It looks clean on them, yeah. Look, there's the weekend right there. Hold on. There's the weekend. Ask your GF first. Let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's do mustache styles like I just looked up. And I'll send her a picture. All right, I'll send her this. And see if she's awake. And then I'll send this one. I'll send her here's one of Will Smith doing it. All right, we'll see what happens. I'm sending it now. All right. I just asked, do you think I could pull off any of these mustaches? We'll see what happens. I'm a beard guy. All right. I need to plug my phone up. All right. We'll see what happens. Somebody Photoshop it for you before you can see. Well, I mean, I literally go to the barbershop tomorrow. I'm just thinking maybe just cut it all down, you know. I'll just say make it all, cuts down a little bit, and then make all of this the same length, you know. I don't know. And leave the length of the month. That's what I'm thinking. A trim would be better. Okay, all right. So yeah, I'll just say. So well, that would be this. Like I said, the Henry Cavill. Look, I mean, he's a handsome guy, but like, look, see. I mean, I don't have a jawline like that, but you cut it down. I think that's a clean look. I think that's a very clean look. Anyways. All right, let's see. I know we got some interviews to go over. Gosh, I don't know which ones we should go with. When's the next Spurs game? That's a question. That's the question I have. Is it Sunday? Next Spurs game Sunday? Oh, the next one's Saturday? All right, if that's the case, we're going to go over all these then. I think that's fine. All right, so let's do we'll do Vic and Mitch, and then we'll do Chris Paul and Devin. I think that's a good one. Give me 1 second. Ugh. Putting in the pizza rolls. No, I got some Coke. But not the fun type of Coke. Haha. The day after the new episode of Dragon Ball Daima. Yeah, I am fully caught up, so I will be watching. I also have to watch Don to Don new episode. Came out today, right? I have not seen it yet. All right, let's go through. Let's go through these. So, let's start off with Wemby. Yep, Don to Don is definitely a W. Well, all right, chat. Let's do this. So we're going to talk about Victor Wembanyama, and we'll take a look at what Coach Mitch Johnson has to say. I think those would be two good ones. So, yeah, I guess let's start with Vic. Let's start with Vic. And then we'll talk about today's sponsor, BetUS. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this segment. And then we'll take a look at Mitch Johnson. Let's see here.
Hey, Vic, can you take us through the close of the fourth quarter and overtime, just kind of what y'all were thinking and how y'all were able to execute down the stretch?
I mean, we were thinking defense, and just it just felt like we had to take things like right now and get a little pissed and just go.
I was not well, I'm glad we started with Wemby. Everyone could see it. Wasn't expecting him to say it. Everyone could see that he played more pissed off. Wasn't expecting him to say it. Wemby got that dog in him. Wemby indeed has that dog in him. My camera just shuttered. Even my camera's like, what? All right. Play that back.
Get a little pissed and it's
One more
like
time.
right now and get a little pissed and
One more
just,
time.
Get a little pissed and just go.
Two more times.
Get a little pissed and just get a little pissed.
All right, that's enough. I'm sorry. I know you're annoyed. I'm sorry.
Just just go make big time plays when we needed to.
There was a moment where
That's Carolina Teague. Shout out to Carolina Teague. She was in the chat the other night.
Hunter dunks on you and then there's an intense stare down.
Oh, she just brought it up right off the bat. Carolina. Right off the bat. Let them process it first.
Some words are exchanged, you get a double tag. It's on you and
All right.
then there's an intense stare down. Some words are exchanged, you get a double tag. But it seemed like after that you turned up a lot. And was that particular moment a turning point? What was that the catalyst for you to have more energy?
For sure helped. It for sure helped. It's it for sure helped us getting that move. We don't forget.
I apologize if it's already been asked, but just having the full lineup back.
It's like I don't really recall. It doesn't happen that often. I guess. I don't know. I don't really recall something because this happens sometimes, right? Like we've seen players on our team get dunked on, and then we'll look at the press conferences. And I'm talking years ago. And we'll look at the press conferences, and it's first off, it's not really brought up that often. But second, for him to just be this honest about it. Listen how he said that. You can tell he wants more of the smoke.
It for sure helped us get. It for sure helped. For sure helped. It for sure helped. It's it for sure helped us getting that move. We don't forget.
I apologize.
We don't forget. We just walked him down. We got to do what we got to do. Just had to walk him down.
If it's already been asked, but just having the full lineup back that you guys envisioned at the start of the season, is that a good feeling? And what do you think about it going forward?
That is the best feeling before the game. It felt like a big relief. Really, I think we were really happy because even before the game, I think some of my teammates were still questionable. So we were like, is it the day finally? But yeah, it's great to see everybody like that, and because we know You know, we know everybody is gonna get their chance, and there's no selfish player here. So we're gonna have a lot of fun together.
You hear that? You hear that, chat? You hear that? There's no selfish player here. Okay? You remember who was called selfish last season? You heard it from Wemby. If you think Wemby is lying, then, I mean, I guess that's on you. He's very honest, as we can see.
On the shot clock before you passed that ball up the backboard to yourself?
Sorry?
Was your eye on the shot clock? Did you know how much time was left?
I don't know how much time was left.
It was like down the wire.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 seconds left. And
Okay. Okay. Wow.
He's like, I don't know. I just want to show out. I didn't care. I didn't care if it was 17 on the clock. I don't care. I just wanted to show out. Dang, he didn't even know. I feel like players. You play this game. I mean, this is thousands upon thousands of hours of drills playing the game. It's kind of subconscious at that point as far as how much time is on the clock, right? I think it's just like a vibe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like if you cook something, right? And he was definitely cooking tonight. But it's like if you're cooking something. If you cook something so many times, you can kind of have a vibe for when it's ready, right? It's like, it's coming about that time. You probably don't even need a timer after a while. You just kind of know, you know? You guys know what I mean. I don't think that's a crazy thing to think. It's just a vibe. He's done it for so long.
Did you say anything to Julian about accidentally dunking on him?
I saw him go up for the rebound. Yeah,
so Julian gets to be on your poster then.
it happens.
You used the term a lot last year, but freelancing, that was just another example of that for you today.
Yeah, just sometimes you just feel it, you know.
After what this team went through last year, have a lot of these games, the close ones, go against you. What was it like to kind of get one of them to fall your way, especially first overtime game of this year?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. This game actually reminded me a lot of the game against Atlanta last year here, but the way we closed it out was totally different. We still made mistakes,
What?
you know, but
Guys, what was it? Can someone explain something to me? And the chat doesn't know. Whenever this video is uploaded, the comment section can let me know. What was different about this game than other games? Did it really come down to the fact that all of our players were here? Because I don't necessarily think the Spurs have an issue, or Spurs fans have an issue with Atlanta Hawks, but it seemed like this game in particular had a lot of fans there. And I didn't, maybe this is just silly on my part. I wasn't super aware that the average fan or the average person that just go down and watch this game really think about future picks and, you know, the implications of the Atlanta Hawks losing right now. Like, I don't think it's really talked about that much, at least in the bigger scheme of things. So greater scheme of things. So I was wondering that. It seemed like the energy was so much different today. And did it really come down to just the fact that people were healthy? Because, I mean, most people would have already had their tickets, right? So it may have something to do with DJ leaving. See, last season I understood where the energy was coming from because DJ was in Atlanta. And there was trash that was talked from DeJounte before about the Spurs. So I understood the energy there. What is it about this year that has so many people hype? It felt like a playoff game. In the cup game, I understood, you know, there being some energy, but why this game? We wanted to see 2 first picks. Okay, maybe the average fan was I just think most average fans don't. Like, you guys are crazy, okay? The fact that you watch the game and then you jump on this live stream, you're crazy. You're crazy like me, right? There's sections of Spurs fans here. I feel like a lot of people that go to the games are just kind of casual, just, you know, I'm off work. Well, I guess nobody was really off work, but like, you know, you think it's because the Christmas is coming up, so they wanted to spend some more time with their family? I don't know, man. People on holidays. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Yeah, because I was like, why is it this hype?
we have a more experience. We've been through these losses, these crunch time losses. So
By the way, Zachary Ricochet struggled tonight. I told you guys, I think he's going to be a fine player, but I did not want Ricochet. And a lot of people were angry about that during the draft. I'm just not a fan of his.
yeah, I mean, I think it was.
Tickets were cheap, maybe? Oh, maybe.
I think we're doing things the right way because we're getting better.
Oh, okay. I think the tickets were cheaper than usual due to discounts for local veterans here in San Antonio. Okay, maybe that's what it was, because I just thought the energy was way different tonight.
Brought up how like you guys are starting to see the fruits of that labor and showing more paying more attention to those details are starting to pay off, and you're being rewarded for that. Have you, as the locker room, noticed that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think now it's still fresh, but
Clan told you Dyson Daniels not better than DeJounte Murray. Not yet, but I think he is. I think he's by far a better defender, like far better defender. But when his shot comes together, he will be.
once we all watch that game again, we're gonna. I think it might be like
Daniels is ways better than Murray. I will say that. I think Daniels' best attribute is better than DeJounte Murray's best attributes.
one of the games where it felt the most like we played the right way, even though we had turnovers. It feels like we pressed where it hurt for them, and so I think this is definitely a step in the right direction.
You
Good
have
job.
the same thoughts that we did. You see Chris clutching his arm. He's in obvious pain. Then he comes back in and hits the big three.
Of course I was worried, but then, it just hitting that three is the best. The best way to tell us he's fine.
Everyone said that he was like in crazy pain or whatever. I didn't see it as that. I've heard, I think Sean Elliott said it too, and I was like, I'm looking at him right now. It doesn't look like he's in immense pain. It looked like, they just hit him in a funny spot. I don't know. That was weird.
You said you pressed them where it hurt. What was working for y'all? What was hurting them tonight?
I think the way we read their coverage was good, and having good spacing to leave space on the ISOs. It's I think.
Bro, you see the Knicks versus Timberwolves protesters ran on court? Can I stop this segment for a minute so I can go look at that real quick? Where are they protesting? Timberwolves. Here we go. Oh my. What happened? Some what girl? Some drunk girl?
Fan on the court. Whoa.
Dang. Well, she's not allowed back to a game. What happened? You said a protester? Is she a protester? The team was saying gets tackled. Was she a protester? Hold on, I'm gonna type in protester. You said idiots? Well, I guess it depends on what you're protesting. But I don't think it's a very efficient way. Cat looking down as a protester gets dragged off. What are they protesting? All right, if anyone knows what they are protesting, let us know, because I'm sure we're interested in that. I always wonder. Oh, snap! I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's funny. Look at this. So that's them. Look at the security, bro. Hold on. Look at the security. Watch this. Look. Oh, that was clutch. Man, you cannot make it. Hold on, did they like give each other a look? Hold on, let's see. Oh, they just waited for him. Oh man, the first one made it. I have no idea what they're protesting. That's funny. They're protesting Wemby for WinVP. Well, see, that's a good thing. Protesting drone usage. That's not a bad thing to protest. Oh, there was another protest. That's 2022. What the heck is going on? Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, I personally don't think that's very super effective, but hey, to each his own. Those are some really good seats they had.
I think it was a combination of things. There's not one answer.
She just found out you can save 15% or more on car insurance by switching to Geico. Oh, dude, I lose it every time too. If I found that out like during a basketball game, I'll probably be on the court too.
But the fact that we've adapted to the different types of defenses this is what I'm talking about.
You're growing up in France, did you tune in for the Christmas Day games?
Yeah.
8 hours ahead, and then did you watch it through completion?
Not never live on Christmas for sure. Yeah. But there are some Christmas games I remember, of course.
What are your thoughts about being in that huge spotlight?
I mean, it's incredible. It's definitely the first time I'm gonna play on Christmas, even from before. And but yeah, I mean, I'm super excited.
Victor, you have talked
The big picture. Has your mental timeline as to where you guys are on this, progress-wise, has that changed in the last year? I know last year you spent a lot of time talking about the importance of being patient, thinking about the long term. But is that speeding up at all this year?
What?
I mean, it's always been. I would say it's always been fast. And yeah, we have to be patient. Can't skip steps, but at the same time, can't take too much time to take a step. So I like how it's going now. I like the fact that everybody's going into games expecting to win it. You know, we're not expecting anything else. So we're being held to some standards, and I think it's moving in the right direction for sure. But it doesn't mean it's gonna be easy or easy to see what to do.
Take the one French, Maxime. You talking about Dyson Daniels? Keep in mind, Dyson Daniels is known for his playmaking as well, right? He's super young. The fact that you can even have this conversation is, I mean, it's a testament to how good he actually is, right? That you can even have a conversation on who's better, Daniels or DeJounte. I'll say this without a heartbeat. At this age, Dyson Daniels is leagues above where DeJounte was at this age. So. Okay, we're gonna skip that part. All right, that was good. That was really good. All right, not too shabby. All right, so before we talk about Mitch Johnson, we take a look at what Mitch Johnson had to say or has to say. Big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this segment. This is the 24-25 NBA championship winners. If you wanted to bet on this, it looks like it's a little risky for some of these. Let's see. We got Oklahoma City Thunder. That might not be too bad of a one. $5 to give you about $20 if they were to win the championship. That's not too bad. So that might be a pretty easy one to throw out there. But if you guys are interested at all, head on over to BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150, 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your second and third deposit, up to $2,000. Just use promo code YouTube150. But yeah, so let's see here. That was pretty good. Mitch Johnson, where are you? Mitchy boy. My boy Mitch. Mitchy D. Mitchy J.
What'd you like out there, Coach?
I like that. I like that. I like that. The first question, what you like out there, Coach? I like that. No yes or no answers.
I thought we fought. I thought we had good energy. I thought the effort was great. I thought the low lights or the rough patches was more decision.
Wait, what? There was another question in English after the French part, by the way. Oh, crap. All right, give me a sec. Let's see.
Saison de rookie, et si t'avais un conseil à lui donner aussi, parce que t'es passé par là.
Je trouve que il est dans une situation. Du conseil à lui donner. Mais...
Sur lui, est-ce qu'il. Tu t'en fiches.
Je sais pas. Ça nous a réveillés, c'est une pique.
These teams from putting you in a box. Oh,
one more from Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
hey, Vic, you have talked a lot about just this whole everyday fight to keep these coaches, these teams from putting you in a box. And when you have a game like tonight where you're effective from multiple facets offensively and defensively, does that sort of validate what you've been saying all along?
So, you know, the fact that so that everyday fight you talk about, it's something that I've been through, of course, my growing up a lot, but now I'm experiencing levels of freedom that I've never really had the chance before to have, and it's for me it's also the clearest path into how to get better and how to get to the top level. So it's for me it makes sense that, you know, we see creativity on the court, and yeah, because I think it's actually the best way for me to have my team. So it's they're not putting me in a box, and I'm not going to either.
Thanks, Vic.
Thank you.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, look, we got to live or die by those 3-pointers, apparently, which is fine for now. I think as the off season goes, you know, he'll have a few more go-to moves are very important, guys. It's still very important. The go-to move can't be a 3-point shot, because there's certain situations where he was obviously more comfortable in taking an outside 3-point shot, even if he had an open lane to the basket, and that can't be good. French question to Wemby were, what do you think of Zach rookie season? And any advice? Wemby, proud of him. He is healthy spot, which is not always the case. Very decent season. And then the second question was, any special motivation versus French players? And Wemby said, not really. Just want to do that every game. Okay. Well, I guess they were talking about we're talking about Zach Ricochet. Okay, gotcha. Huncho, don't argue with Beam. Beam just want to fight, by the way. Yeah, don't argue with Beam. I see y'all going back and forth. Don't argue with Beam. Beam just want to fight. You literally didn't say anything like that. Oh, here's another question. French question 3. About the dunk on your head. Dang. Did it bring extra motivation? Carolina asked that. He said, basically, yes, it happens. Block, dunked on ratio 4-1. All right. I'm over it now. Yeah, he just want to fight. Beam just want to fight. You didn't say anything that would even indicate that you wanted to argue about that. But I do agree with you. Dyson is a pretty good playmaker. Just got to get to that point where they need him for that. I mean, Trey, they literally have Trey Young, so. All right, let's see. Let's skip through where we were. I think we were around here.
the low lights or the rough patches was more decision based, not effort based, and we can live with some of that stuff. We had some new combinations and new lineups out there tonight, and that can be unique when you're almost a third way through the season. So we had to exhibit some patience, and I thought our effort carried us through some of those stretches.
Were those new lineups by design?
By health availability. So we just are getting into a rhythm with that stuff.
Looked like Chris was in some pain there before he hit that 3 in overtime. Did you guys know what was wrong with him? Was it just a stinger? Or?
Just, I'm not sure. Something with his hand, I think. You just saw him kind of grabbing that hand. He needed a quick one, so we made a quick sub, but obviously he came back and finished the game.
Let's speak a little to either his toughness, both mental toughness and physical toughness, that he comes back in and hits basically the biggest shot of.
His footwork in the post is underrated and very hard to guard. Low-key hope that's go-to. Yeah, I just think he also just needs a little bit more strength. It's not like Wemby doesn't have solid fundamentals or anything. It's just that he's more comfortable taking an outside shot than going to those moves, which it might be a strength thing, you know, because he does get moved pretty easily.
The game, or the final shot of the game, at least.
Yeah, I'm sure, though, if you went back and tracked it, he's got a few of those.
That CP3 and Trey Jones lineup kind of questionable. I think it was pretty decent at some point of this season, you know. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Like I said, CP3 is actually, I would go to, maybe this is going to be crazy to say. I think CP3 and Trey Jones, although, you know, obviously they're small, I think both of them pretty underrated defenders. Obviously, Chris Paul being a better one than Trey, but.
But yes, I do agree.
Talk about Keldon's performance tonight, getting him back and having him play actually a decent amount of minutes in overtime too, for him to kind of make his way back and play a lot of time.
Yeah.
This question is from Clan. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I think he's the epitome of what I was saying earlier, just about the effort and energy. You know, I think there was a couple of decisions, a couple of plays he made, wanted back, but there's no substitute for that. And it's infectious, it's contagious.
Wait, what did he say?
And it makes the guy he made wanted back. Energy.
It's always that, though. It's always that. It's always plays that we will want back. The fact that he couldn't just straightforward just say, yeah, he's super important what we do. He has injury. Just leave it at that. The fact that he had to bring up, yeah, there's some mistakes there. I don't know. And it's not like Mitch Johnson hasn't critiqued Wemby before, but still.
I think there was a couple of decisions, a couple of plays he made.
A couple of decisions and a couple plays he made that he will want back. This is what I'm talking about, guys. And it's down the stretch. That's the biggest problem. If it's in the middle of a game, yeah, you can lose momentum here or there, but there's so many possessions in basketball that you can get on a run at any given moment. It's at the end of these games that bothers me. Too much playing time at the end of these games. And we stopped doing it for a while, so I don't know.
Wanted back, but there's no substitute for that. And it's infectious, it's contagious, and it makes the guy next to you want to get the job done.
That's true. That's true. I always said mentality-wise, Keldon's great.
Those different combinations, Devin back in the starting lineup, how do you think he looked alongside those guys for the first time this season?
I thought he looked good. I thought he had a good game. I thought he was solid. Yeah, it's just going to be something you need reps, right? That's the first time. It's pretty crazy. We've had the whole perimeter available for a game, and we didn't have it for camp either. So that's the first time those guys have started a game, a competitive game, and I thought they did a good job.
That's the lineup you and Pop envisioned back in July, August, right? I mean, those 5 guys.
It wasn't a foregone conclusion, but I would say that was the house favorite at the casino for sure.
I see a chat question. Do your family dislike you for not being a Grizz fan? My family aren't Grizz fans.
We're 7 questions in and haven't asked about the guy who scored 42. He just kind of took over from the minute you put him back in with about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Is that just becoming old hat for him to be able to do what he does in those crunch time situations?
I thought he imposed his will in a positive way tonight. you can see it physically just because of his sheer size when he's demonstrative, playing with conviction, where he is going to get the ball to the spots that he wants to get to, and nothing's going to stop him. And I think there was a couple times where he probably wanted a possession back where he didn't do that. And as he continues to show those possessions, I think the goal will be just to continue to string those and be more consistent in those areas. But he was tremendous when we needed him to be.
That's a good point. Yeah, maybe it was just a few times he just didn't see it.
I was about to ask, do you see him becoming more assertive in those moments? Like when he does have those opportunities to get inside or get to his spots, do you see him making like more of a concerted effort to get there?
I think so. You know, I think I'm doing a better job of...
I'm a year older than Mitch. Makes me feel old. Don't worry about age, man. Who cares? Doesn't really matter. Mitch Johnson's really young.
Putting him in spots, I think his teammates are doing a better job of spacing around him. I think he's a little stronger, better shape. You know, he had some off and on again stuff we've talked about all year. I think it's all starting to come together a little bit for him. And the cherry on top is when he does put the mentality on it, it's tough to stop.
You talked about you putting him in certain spots at the risk of trying to be too much of a coach here. Was that him at the free throw lines posting up in the high post? It looked like he did that more today than he has in a long time.
Yeah, they switched a lot too, and sometimes he'll go to just spots where there's space, right? I think that's where you have a player of his caliber. Anytime you get them the ball in a spot, in space, you take that, and then the defense has to determine if they're going to play him straight up or put two on the basketball. And he got to a couple of those spots you just named, and I thought he did a really good job of being patient and deliberate and making the right decision more than not.
The possession near the end of overtime where Vic got on the floor to get the loose ball, we couldn't tell who called the timeout, like who got the timeout.
Wemby is starting to learn how to go for the kill more and more in these close games. He's going to be almost unstoppable in the clutch. I agree.
I have no idea either. Yeah, there's a lot of noise, and I'm just glad we got it.
From a leadership standpoint, you know, where have you seen Wembanyama come this season in the first overtime game of the year to kind of take over in that time?
Dang, this was the first overtime game of the year. Took a while.
He's exhibited traits of a leader before he got here, the way he's been brought up by his family and the way he conducts himself. He's somebody that you want people to emulate, and he's emulating older guys on the team that we want to emulate, and that's, again, credit to Brian Wright and the front office for continuing to acquire the right types of people.
By the way, Mitch Johnson's really coming to his own, but it's like it takes a village, right? Regardless of who ended up being coach after Popovich, it matters, but maybe not as much as it does for other teams. A lot of other teams, when they're looking for a new coach, they also need a change of culture, right? They need someone to come in, swoop in, and change the culture of the team, and start from ground zero sometimes. But that's not really the case with the Spurs, right? It's all already there. We have the groundwork of what it takes to win championships, what it takes to build a winning team. Everyone's on the same page. So as long as you have like a competent, good coach in there, the system will continue. The coaching system will continue. I think that's one thing that we should at least be optimistic for, you know. I know Popovich wants to come back. I personally think the Spurs should force him not to, because I just want him to be healthy and be okay. Like, that really worries me. If he does come back, obviously, like, yeah, we need Pop. We need Pop. But at the same time, I think going forward, you know, whoever's the coach, whether it's Mitch Johnson or another, you know, good coach, the Spurs will be fine. You know, Brian Wright stays winning. It's a culture, man. It's the culture that matters, I think, the most. We don't have to start from ground zero necessarily.
Hey, Coach, I'm sorry if you talked about this already, but Chris Paul struggled early on, but then fourth quarter overtime, he just, you know, comes through kind of, I guess probably like what maybe y'all expect.
Yeah. I think good players in this league have short memories, and it allows them to make big plays when you need them most, no matter what's happened prior.
Trae Young had 23 and 16, but could you talk about how difficult Jeremy made things for him to do.
He was tremendous. Someone who has the ball as much as he does and as talented as he is. I don't know how you don't stop him from getting stats or making plays. There wasn't a ton of times where it felt like he got loose or we had breakdowns in coverages or he was wide open.
Jeremy is that great of a defender. Do not underestimate how important Jeremy Sohan is to this team. Do not underestimate it. All right? Do not take it for granted. He is a pivot. Give him the same amount of love and attention that we give Devin Vassell, okay? If we think Devin Vassell is part of the future, Sohan is certainly part of the future. He undoubtedly. He's a big part of this team. Big part. And he fits totally fine. And if you think he doesn't fit with Wemby, please explain to me how he had 20 and Wemby had 42. If they don't play well together. And by the way, Sohan played the entire game, basically. 42 minutes. Good God.
He made great plays, and he's a great player. And unfortunately, we expected it. But I thought we made him work for it.
All right. Good job. By the way, Mitch Johnson's really coming into his own, man. This game in particular, he looked so comfortable. It might have only been like a couple games where I felt like he didn't feel comfortable, but he looked so comfortable in that coaching position. He looked so comfortable. He was clutch himself down the stretch. That timeout that he called at the end, beautiful. Chef's kiss. That was beautiful. Sohan also guards 1 through 4, sometimes the 5. Yeah, sometimes the 5. I mean, they had him at the 5 often in this game. And in modern NBA, a lot of times you don't have to worry about it too much. But yeah, he does a great job. Another thing that's underrated about him is athleticism. It's kind of crazy how athletic he is. I forgot about that timeout. Ooh, it was clutch. That was a really great timeout. He's really coming into his own, Mitch Johnson. I thought the same thing. Calling timeout was seriously clutch. It was clutch. Sohan mid. You're right. Everyone's wrong but you. Trae Young will have a nightmare in his sleep tonight. He got a VIP room of Polish prison. It was tough. There's always a troll. And it is what it is. All right. Ending segment. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this segment. Let's see. All right. Ooh. All right, we're going to end it off as promised with these two. I'm getting sleepy. All right, your boy getting a little sleepy, but let's go ahead and take a look at these two. Chris Paul, Devin Vassell. Let's start with Chris Paul.
Chris, you look like you were in some pain right before you hit that big 3 in overtime. What happened on that play?
I got my nerve hit my elbow. That happened a lot over the years with people reaching, trying to steal it. But when you get hit right in that nerve, my last 2 fingers were just straight out and your hands start burning. Almost like when you get hit in your funny bone, just a little bit more intense.
You didn't hesitate to put it up.
Oh, I thought it was a funny bone thing.
No, I shot the ball. If you saw when we came out of that timeout, I was throwing the ball in the air, just making sure if they fouled, I'd be able to shoot free throws, and they didn't foul, so.
Did you feel your arm at that point, like when you went back in the game, or were you just
like when Braun said he's seeing 3 goals? Yeah, no, I couldn't feel it. I shot that shit. I was cool.
Oh, they forgot to bleep that out. That's funny. They usually bleep it out. That's funny. That's really funny.
Just, you started out a little slow. You just always know you're going to come up big when it counts.
You hope to. The way the game was going, I don't think I even took any shots in the first half. They were in a weak coverage, drop coverage, So Vic was open. Other guys were open, and I just try to pick my spots. And then, they're towards the ends, winning time, and that's the funnest part of the game.
You feel like
you're going to become obsolete if Vic keeps throwing passes to himself?
Yeah, that was wild. We was just talking about it. I seen Julian cut, and I thought he was about to pass it to him. And, you know, when I saw him put it off the backboard, I was like, damn, what's Vic doing then? You see that? You know, I tell you, just about every night he do something that's, he like, damn, that's why they talk about him all the time.
What is that like to see his confidence stay at that level, to do things like that and take over a game?
Man, it's great. It's great, but
It is so huge that a player like Chris Paul, and he was praising him before he came to San Antonio, but a player like Chris Paul, to his pedigree, a Hall of Famer, easily one of the greatest point guards to ever walk this earth, praises Wemby to the degree in which he praises him. That really shows you how, like, it's not enough that just the media talks about him, right? Like, you take, no disrespect, but you take like Zion Williamson, and everybody talked about how great Zion Williamson was, the media did, but you talk about the players didn't hype him up that much, right? But like Wemby is continuously hyped up amongst hoopers and amongst media members and amongst fans. Yeah, it's not a fluke. It's not a fluke.
Vic, I think sometimes I know I have to be careful and not take him for granted. You know, I gave up a layup tonight because I was just like, Vic, where you at? You know what I mean? Like, he just covers up so many mistakes. That three that Trae Young tried to shoot in the corner, you know how dynamic Trae is, and he makes them shots in his sleep. Just Vic, in the way he contested it, you know, it changes everything. So I don't know how many blocks he had tonight. He different.
I'll tell you. I'll let you know. Wemby had a total of 4 blocks and 2 steals. And you also had a block, Chris Paul, but I do not recall when that happened.
In this league a long time, Chris. You've been through finishes like the Spurs had tonight. Was that something meaningful, though, to win a back-and-forth game like that that goes into overtime?
Yeah, it was, because, you know, we could have folded at any time. You know, that dunk could have messed around, been an and one, you know, but then it probably should have just been one tech, you know, but having a game like that and then going into overtime and still making the plays that we needed, you know, I think that's good for us. And I think for us, we just want to keep trying to, you know, stack wins, like not be satisfied with this. We know we got another game Saturday, every other day now for a while, you know, so.
Which is a good thing. And yeah, you want to start stacking them, you know. Routine, this is a routine W, all right? It should just be routine. We play, we win. That's it. It's routine.
Watch film on this one and get ready for Portland.
I'll be honest with you guys. I think Chris Paul's having so much fun in San Antonio and really enjoying his time here. I think that might be a selling point for him to stay. I don't know if he's going to ring chase. Because I initially I thought that, yeah, Chris Paul's here until they trade him, you know, a deadline. But I'm starting to convince myself that he might stay.
Seen you since Portland.
Yeah, I didn't get to play that long in that game.
Were you surprised by that?
When I got ejected, first quarter, first time I think in my career, you know, that early, you know, it's, ooh boy, so hard to hold my tongue. Somebody from the league though, I talked to them about it and they was like, just be grateful for you, boy, what he said to me, he said, just be grateful for what I've done for the league and be grateful for what the league has done for me. Okay. Yeah.
What's that mean? That's like that's some mafia talk. What's that? Y'all, that's creepy. They talking to him like that? Adam Silver gotta go. What is that? What? What's his name? Anthony Soprano? Was he talking with Anthony Soprano? Was he talking to Tony Montana? What is that? Was he talking to Antonio Montana? Mafia talk for real? What does that mean? That is creepy. Yo, that's really creepy. I don't like vague talk like that. Be happy for what you've done for the league and be happy what we've done for you. That's some creepy talking with the Penguin. Yeah, was he talking to Oz? Was he talking to Oswald? What? It also means we need that money to flow now. Stay on in your lane. That is creepy.
For what the league has done for me. Yeah.
Ugh, I don't like that.
That's
bro.
what the guy from the league said. So, yeah. Go figure.
A ridiculous thing. I mean, I heard you
That's
say.
like really replay it. That's like really disrespectful, dog. That's like some really weird stay in your place boy type stuff. I don't like that, man. That gives me a funny feeling.
Done for the league and be great. It was like, just be grateful. Hard to hold my tongue. Somebody from the league, though, I talked to them about it, and they was like, just be grateful for you. Boy, what he said to me, he said, just be grateful for what I've done for the league and be grateful for what the league has done for me.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's what the guy from the league said. So, yeah. Go figure.
A ridiculous thing. I mean, I heard you say you're acting like the police, and then boom.
You said it. Yep. Ejected in the first quarter.
Speaking of grateful, you got
Be grateful for what the league has done for you. What are they talking about? Ugh. We've given you money. Be grateful. I don't like that, bro. I don't think you guys understand how sick that makes me feel. I really don't like that. Super disrespect. It's gross is what it is. Ugh. I don't like that, bro. What the league has done for you. What do you mean what the league has done for him? That's weird. That's weird and shady. It is shady. They need to recognize that the players run the league. There could have been another league, and if that talent is there are going to be people that want to watch it and invest in it. Like, I don't know, man. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
got the shirt on for the Classic. What does that mean to you?
Oh, man, it means everything.
Pro player always, guys. Remember that. Pro player, pro worker, always. Always be pro player and pro worker, no matter what. All right?
The HBCU Classic going on at Mohegan Sun right now. It's crazy. Well, I don't even know if I can say that, but it's my family's there. You know what I mean? My brother, my parents are there watching. Tomorrow I'll get a chance to join one of the broadcasts, but it's super dope for those HBCU teams to compete on that stage. So I wish I could be there to watch them, but great.
Nah, clan players don't run the league. Money does. Why else does the refs do what they want? There is no league without the players, period. That's all I gotta say. There is no league without the players, period. At all. Wouldn't exist. If every player decided to go in a different route, and I don't know, every player decided simultaneously to play in China or whatever, they would make that league bigger. That's how I feel.
Grateful that we've been able to put that on, and excited to watch them guys.
Speaking of big stages, you'll be in New York on Christmas Day. What is that going to mean to you? Does it ever get old? And how many times have you
They
played?
would make that league bigger. That league would make more money, and then they would get paid more. And probably still not as much as they deserve with how much money gets thrown in.
On, Christmas.
Exactly. I'm not paying to see the refs. I'm there for the players. Yeah, it's a players league, man. Always be pro player, pro worker. Every situation, you won't go wrong.
I don't know how many times I've played on Christmas. I've been injured for a few. Yeah. It's a great opportunity. You know what I mean? I tell the guys on the team, it's something you can't take for granted. It's only 5 games on Christmas Day, and we get the early game in New York. I've never played in New York.
Then they find someone who want the money and be grateful for what the league has done for them. All right, sure. Wemby leaves the NBA. All the best players leave the NBA, and then let's put Kai Soto on the Spurs. And I'm sure people are going to be flocked. People are going to lose their minds to go see Kai Soto play for the San Antonio Spurs. What are you talking about? Kyle, what are you talking about? It's all talent, man. It's all the talent. The talent is what brings in the money. The talent is what I think Kyle's trolling. I don't think he is. The talent is what brings in the viewers. The talent is what brings in the money. It's the talent. It's the workers. They do the work. Okay, actually, I think he is trolling. I've become a season ticket holder. Okay, I think he is trolling. My apologies. If anybody actually agreed with that, then sure. I guess I haven't been on the internet long enough. I need I need to be on the internet longer to realize when someone's trolling. Okay, I think Kyle is trolling now. Okay, all right, Kyle. I love you, Kyle. I love you, Kyle. It was a good conversation nonetheless, because some people actually believe what you just said. So, all right. Good stuff. You got me. Kai Soto catching strays. Hey, I had to, who's Soto? Exactly. Don't you want to see him over Wemby, though?
Work on Christmas Day, so I think it'll be a lot of fun for our team to get that experience.
A couple of guys mentioned the contagious energy with Keldon and Jeremy. Not a lot of times this season they've been together. What was that like to have them both back?
Man, it's the first game we've had all season with everybody, so it takes some getting used to. I think Mitch said something great in the locker room about we don't have to save nothing. We got so many bodies, we can just rotate guys in or whatnot. So it's great to have Trey out there, to have Zach back, all these guys, man, because we just got such a young, vibrant team. Young, not me, but probably not Harrison too, but we have a really good team, and I just hope we understand that we can be really good. We don't have to wait till next year or the year after. Like, we need to be trying to win right now.
I don't think he's going anywhere. We can be really good. We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait next year. He didn't say, these guys don't have to wait till the year or the year after. He might want to finish in San Antonio. I don't know, guys.
Devin just briefly talked about how seeing the details actually play out and matter in games like this, and seeing wins instead of what used to be losses is starting to really feel rewarding, and that they're really starting to notice the difference. Have you seen that with these guys now?
Yeah, because it's hard to win. It's really hard to win, especially when you play this many close games. And I know sometimes they probably think I'm insane because I'm just always thinking about the next play. When the guy hit the $10,000 shot, I couldn't even react. We was playing like trash. You know what I mean? But that's the game. These end-of-game situations, I think we just going to continue to get better at it, because over time,
someone hit a $10,000 shot? You think they're going to give him the full 10,000? He's not going to get the full 10,000, is he? I hope he does. That's crazy. That's a teacher? Dude, that's awesome. During timeout. Oh, dude. Oh, that's awesome. Buzzer beater too? Let me see if I can find that. Okay, guys, I did something so stupid. I typed in on Twitter Spurs teacher shot, and now I feel bad. Okay, but I don't know why. Let's do 10,000. I don't know why I did that. Okay, no one posted it. Trying to make sure no one posted it. I don't know why I typed that in. That's so stupid. I quit my teaching job and invest in Hawk to a coin. Yeah, good luck.
You can get tired, and when you get tired, I think that's a lot of times when your mind slows down or whatnot. But the elite teams, the elite players, the Trae Youngs, he's gonna make you pay. The one time you relax, he's gonna make you pay, and that's why he's so good. And you gotta, it's like that every night in this league.
I don't know if you heard, but Jeremy said you're like the Spurs master splinter. Thoughts are gonna be with Jeremy.
I forgot about that. Yeah, after the game, Jeremy Sohan said that Chris Paul is like master splinter. That is so funny. It's kind of messed up though, because master splinter is like really old. Like, he's like super old.
Man, I be trying to keep my cool, man, just because we are so good. Jeremy is such a dynamic player. We took him out at one point in the game. He was guarding Trey really good. He came out of the game and he hit a three. I looked at the coach and said, get him back in. You know what I mean? But I think our team, every game, we just continue to grow. We continue to grow. We had a great 3 days of practice. So it can be really deflating when you're a young team and you play as hard as we do and you don't win to get those results.
Yeah.
So I'm just so happy that we starting to win those games. So then, it really makes guys, buy in a little more.
Yeah, that is true. We saw that last year. It was deflating because every game they played hard. Like, we couldn't even. That was frustrating even for us talking about the game because we couldn't go into these games after them and like say, well, if we just did this or this, but not really. It's like they just weren't good enough. It wasn't like we were going into these games like they really didn't try tonight. Like, they tried every night. See, he even said Sochan is great. Sochan is great. Yeah, I don't know why people even question that.
Devin, how did you feel comfortable getting back in the starting lineup, or did it take you a while to feel things out?
Felt great. It felt great. Felt great to be back. Felt great to have the whole team for the first time. And
as I said, starting him was a big deal. I think that was going to help us start off strong because we really struggled in those first quarters. He's going to owe the government more in taxes than the $10K. Life is stupid.
The whole season.
America is stupid.
It was a everybody contributed to this game. Whether you played 2 minutes, whether you played 48 minutes, it didn't matter. Everybody contributed. That was a big time win.
So the chemistry was pretty good, even though.
I'm new here. How do you feel about Mitch Johnson coaching so far this season? I think he's done a phenomenal job. Yeah, I think he's done it. I think he's gotten more and more comfortable each game, and this game was a good test, right? I thought that this game was a really good test, especially, going into overtime, very close. You need your coaching to be on point, and I thought that he made some very clutch decisions down the stretch. Still, like I said, I still don't agree with finishing games with Keldon, and funny enough, Coach Mitch Johnson even brought up that there's a lot of plays that he feels like Keldon would want back. So I don't quite understand why we did that. But other than that, I think he did great. He kept his cool during overtime. The entire time, yeah, he kept his cool. It's like he's been there before. I feel like that's a main theme with this team is that we're starting to look like we've been there before. If I was, let's just say like 7 years ago or whatever, I went into the hyperbolic time chamber and I came out and Mitch Johnson was our coach. Watching these games, I wouldn't have thought that this was his first time. So, yeah.
First time, I think y'all, the five of you have been together on the court, probably all year. Chemistry seemed like it was pretty good with all of you.
I think we have good chemistry off the court. Like, what I'm saying? In the locker room, we're always talking. We're always, it's just a good group of guys. So, it doesn't matter. I don't feel like what five is out there. We're able to, get along. And as long as we're focused on the game plan and locked in on the little details, we'll be good.
That stretch of the last minute and a half of regulation when it seemed like every three was a game winner. What was that like to go through?
It was huge. First off, shout out to the fans because, every single time we made a bucket, it sounded like...
Is Devin Vassell always on caffeine? Like, how much caffeine does he have during the day? It's like he's always on caffeine, bro. It's not sped up. This is just him. Devin Vassell, by far, everyone that we listen to, he's my favorite to listen to after games. This dude is like, I don't know, man. Drug test this man? Probably Nicholas. It's probably a good idea.
Like you said, it was a game winner. Big time shots. Vic, CP, me, whoever it was. It's just a great win. It feels good to be on the other side of this and winning these type of games for real. So, big time.
He's just so excited all the time. He's just energetic. He is so excited all of the freaking time. I wouldn't want to take Devin Vassell anywhere, bro. I would not want to take him anywhere. Could you imagine? He's optimistic. He is just so excited. I'm just happy to be here. This is just so great. Everywhere, anywhere you take him to, I don't know, take him to a history museum. He would just like lose his mind. It's so great that we won the Civil War. It's just so awesome that we won that. It's like every single thing.
Two of the rougher years where these games went against you. Do you have that thought on nights like this? Like, these are the ones that got away from us before?
I try not to think about that during the game. I'm just trying to think about obviously winning the game and all the little stuff that we need to do to win the game. But afterwards, I think that was the first.
Let's see, Clang, can you look up stat for me? I'm curious of his mid-range game compared to the rest of the league. I don't think he misses from 15 feet out. Yeah, let's see if we can find that.
Thing that everybody said in the locker room was this is a change from the past 2 years. We're able to come out with these wins and just get settled down. Like in the big time moments, it's CP, it's Vic, it's me, it's whatever it is. It's like we know what we're going to, we know what we're trying to run, and then we just execute it, making big shots.
The other night after the Minnesota game, Harrison was talking about how a lot of times these games are lost in the details, like the minutia, the little things. Do you guys feel like you're starting to understand what those details are more and more?
Each game, yes, for sure. CP definitely harps on it. Sometimes we'll have certain scouts and we'll talk about certain things, certain tendencies to where he tells us it's like stuff that happens in the playoffs, and a lot of us don't have that type of experience. So it's just huge. Each game we're building, each game we're learning. Like HB said, it's all in the little details and in the scouts of, if you don't want somebody to get to their right hand, if you know they're going to be crashing offensive glass, like whatever the case may be, we try to just take those little things away.
With Chris, no matter how quiet he is.
I'm trying to find it here. Still looking. 10 points, 2 points. Where is that? Okay, it's here, but this isn't the entire league.
Earlier, what's going on with him? Do you have that faith that, when it's crunch time, he's going to deliver?
I mean, every time. I don't think anybody questions when he has the ball at the end of the game. We know it's either a good shot, a good pass, or we're getting something good. So huge shout out. Hopefully that it didn't sound crazy. Huge shout out to CP. For some big time shots, and like I said, for really just maintaining that game and keeping it under control.
Obviously, adding Keldon back tonight, looks like he didn't really miss a beat. What was it like having his energy back on the floor, especially in overtime?
KJ crazy, man. I love him to death. He comes out there and he has that energy, and before the game he's pumped up, after the game he's pumped up. I mean, that's the energy. It's just contagious. I think between him and Jeremy, the energy that they bring, it's contagious for us. Plays where like that reverse dunk by Jay, or that steal at the end of the game from KJ, like those are just big time plays that we need and big momentum plays. So it was just huge.
You still seeing things from Vic that just make you say, what?
The pass to Jeremy, I sat there and said, there's no way. And then
he's just so excited. He's like SpongeBob, man. Everything, he could probably be a fry cook and be excited about being a fry cook.
Obviously throws out the glass, like it was just little stuff. Like, are we playing in our backyard or are we playing in the NBA? Like it's crazy. He makes it happen, so it's good.
Walk us through those moments when you're taking that big shot at the very end with the game on the line. What's going through your mind? You have obviously the confidence, right?
Yeah, for sure. Try not to think about it at all. I mean, you just sit there and you talk to yourself and you say, even if you miss one, you've been in the gym for countless hours working on these shots. It's just
okay. I think I found it. See, per game, you said 15 feet out. You see, as far as made, or should we do? We shouldn't do percentage because it's gonna be heavily screwed with people that took like one shot. So made per game. Emphasize he's down here, so he is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19. He's top 20 in the league as far as field goals made, but a lot of people are tied with him. But as far as field goals made in the entire league, and then if we broke it down to just guards, He is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost top 10, but he's 11. So there you go. As far as field goals made, that is. And then let's see, are any of these an outlier? Like let's see, how many have you actually took? Yeah, like this one doesn't count because it looks like he hasn't taken any. Like it's only one time he's taken, so that doesn't count. Jamal Murray would count. I think this would count. Yeah, so he's really about top 10. Yeah, he's really about top 10. I actually wonder how often these people played. So yeah, you can take a few of those players out. So it's either top 20 in the league and then top 10 in the NBA. So yeah, he's one of the best. He's 40% from 3, which is stellar. %, from 25 to 29 feet out. And he is 61.5% from 20 to 24 feet out. So there you go.
Another shot. So you got to step up. You got to have the confidence to shoot him. And if you have the confidence to shoot him, it's going to go in.
Coach, before.
Yeah, he hasn't played that much. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's not played enough to get into the top. That's true too. Yeah.
Before the game said that if he could imprint something on you guys about the way he sees you and that you could buy in, that he would say that the defensive side of your team
For sure.
is what he would want.
That's our identity. That's our identity. With an anchor like Vic, with Jeremy.
We said it. We said it. We said it. I don't think that's that hard of an assessment, though. It's undoubtedly that's their. You got to lean into your identity, I think, and that's your best bet. And it started with Sochan. Some people will say it started with Devin. I don't think Devin is like a primary defender or anything. I don't think he's like a staple defender for the team. I don't think the Spurs got Devin and then they thought, okay, we need a defensive team. Like, we need to build around this. This is our identity now. I think Sochan was the start of that because of how good he is defensively. I think he was the start of that. And obviously Wemby is just him. So
Jeremy, I mean, everybody got. That's our identity. That's our identity. With an anchor like Vic, with Jeremy, I mean, everybody got to pick it up. And so, they've challenged me. They've challenged everybody on the team. And we just got to accept that.
Devin, a lot of the guys this week talked about the, a dream come true to play Christmas Day.
For sure.
In Madison Square Garden.
For sure.
What are your
Realistically, we will probably only use 1 or 2 draft picks this year. Our roster is full of talent. Well, we're definitely getting 2 regardless, right? Even if the Spurs made the play, which I don't think we will, but even if the Spurs made the playoffs, they're still getting their pick. So I guess the matter of we really want the lotteries, but this is a deep draft, so there is that. Devin is an okay defender, but his long arms give him a better advantage as well as his height. Yeah, I see him more of a lane disruptor than anything.
What are your thoughts on it?
It's definitely that. It's definitely that. I actually, my parents and family is from New York, so I got people out there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I think
we can combine the picks too and move into the lottery. I guess it depends on which ones. I mean, because how things looking, we might very well not get the Bulls or the Hornets. I've given up on the Hornets pick. The Bulls one though, is still on the table. We just need them to be better. Please be better. But they're really close.
You wake up when you're a young kid, you always open your gifts, and the first thing that's going on is pretty much basketball. So for it to be us, it's a blessing. And don't ever take that for granted. I'm excited.
Remember when Devin said, man, stop talking about that Victor dude. We finna be hooping. Look at us now. Yeah, that is funny. At that time, I was like, no, I'm going to keep talking about Victor. Y'all not doing nothing. That's great. That's great. Great mentality. But yeah, y'all ain't doing nothing, man.
He got one more. Last one.
This is a game that really had a ton of runs. Atlanta got on a big run in the second quarter. You guys got on a big run in the third. How do you guys as players kind of stay focused whenever things aren't going right, but then also try and keep the gas pedal down whenever things are going right for you guys?
Yeah, I think that basketball is literally just a game of runs, and you can't ever get too high or too low. There's times where we get out to a lead and we're up 20, and then in the first quarter, next thing you know, the second quarter, it's a tie game. So
this, when I try to articulate some of the issues that I have with Keldon at times, that's what it is that it ain't over till it's over. Like it's even more different than football. A touchdown, or you get 2 touchdowns ahead of your opponent in football, that's huge. It takes so much inch by inch for them to even, scrape that to come back. It takes a lot in football. Yeah, you can mess up 1 or 2 plays, but I mean, it takes a lot. We kind of know you got 2 touchdowns on your opponent, and there's like 4 minutes left, and you got the ball. It's probably over, right? But it's not like that in basketball. There's so many runs, and that's what makes Castle so special. That's what made Kawhi special. That's what makes Wemby special. It's more to it than just that, obviously. But like that mentality where you're not getting too high, getting too low, and you're staying in the moment and realizing it can be taken away from you any moment. That's good. And Keldon brings that energy, as Devin said. He brings that energy. But I would much rather Keldon bring that energy at the beginning of certain quarters, not finishing the quarters, because he's always super high. Gets way too excited and end up making a mistake. I don't even know where the I'm gonna do my own thing came into place here. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. What are we talking about?
But you just gotta, like I said, never get too high, too low. Just stay focused on the game plan and focus on getting the win. Appreciate it.
Did good. That's a good kid, that Devin Vassell. I like that kid. I like that kid a lot. Clan, did you see Harrison Ingram in the G League showcase? No. How do you do? It starts soon? Oh, did you see he's in it? Is that what you were telling me? Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to the G League this year. Been so focused on ours. So with Austin averaging 12 points, 37 field goal percentage, 33 point percentage. Good gosh, 8 rebounds a game. 4 assists, a steal. I think he's going to be a perfect backup. He's a feature player. Oh, okay. From Devin, you said, nah, I'm going to do my own thing, and talked about Victor more. Oh. When Vassell said that about Wemby before he was drafted, the we're hooping comment, I'm going to do my own thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. I'm like, all right, you do that. You do your thing, but we're not doing anything. Did you hear about the Charlotte Hornets PS5 scandal? All right, we're going to look at that and then get out of here. PS5. Huh? Hornets apologized for taking back gift of PS5 from 13-year-old fan following on-court Christmas skit. Hold on, it's not. It's The Athletic. Give me a second. I guess we'll do CNN. The Charlotte Hornets have apologized for appearing to gift a PS5 to a child during an on-court skit, only to later take it back from him off camera. The incident, which occurred during the Monday's game against the 76ers, was captured in a post on X. The post shows the Hornets mascot Hugo dressed as Santa Claus handing the PS5 to a young fan who takes the gift with a mixture of shock and delight on his face. However, the X-user, who said the child is his best friend's nephew, said Hornet staff later took the PlayStation back from the boy off camera and handed him a jersey instead. Perhaps a Grinch outfit for Hugo would have been more fit. Yeah, let's not make the jokes, okay? Let's see. Crucially, this information wasn't relayed to his 13-year-old nephew, who Phil said is called Jack. Take your gift and leave, apparently. I think they let you back in. Take your gift and get out of there. At this point, everybody thinks that Jack is going to get the PS5, including all the dancers, all the cheerleaders. Everybody basically like starts congratulating him. There was even a Hornets dancer who actually gave him the PS5. She starts to pack it up for him in the bag. The skit included bad decision making and poor communication. Simply put, we turned the ball over and we apologized. We have reached out to the family and are committed to not only making it right, but to exceeding expectations. We will be providing the fan with the PS5 that he should have taken home last night, along with the VIP experience to a future game. Why would you take it? I guess they were really worried about getting in trouble from the higher ups. So they're like, oh, we need to take this back. The funny thing is, if he had just gone out in the first place and they just gave him a jersey out there on the court, he would have been stoked, you know? Well, I guess it's a good thing he got his PS5 back. That's so stupid. Hornets so broke they won't give a kid a $500 system. $500 is nothing to an NBA organization. Why would you take that back? They traded the PS5 for draft picks. Guys, in a situation like that where like they're like, hey, we're gonna take that PS5 back, I'm not giving it back. I think I'm not giving it back. I'm like, no. Actually, no, I'm not gonna give this back. Common Hornets L. Yeah, I'm not giving that back. I'm not giving it back, and then I'm going on social media to complain. And I'm gonna try to videotape it. I'll pull out my phone. You're trying to, I'll really egg it on. So you're trying to take my PlayStation 5 back? This is all I have. My mother and father, they only had $200 in their bank account, and they spent it for these tickets to see this game. Can you imagine how cheap it is to go see a Hornets game? Yeah, exactly, Huncho. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Yeah, but we accidentally. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. So dumb. Yeah, it's stupid. Also, during the holidays, it's crazy. You don't take the PS5 back. I'm holding on to it. I don't care. They were like, okay, we need the PS5. Here's a jersey instead. I was like, oh, I'll take the jersey. That's cool. But no, you're not getting the PS5 back. Yeah, the fact that you have to go to social media to even make this happen, because I'm assuming that's what happened. They went to social media and then they were like, oh, okay. Yeah, we don't want to get in trouble. That's so stupid. Anyways, ending it. Clan, I'm still waiting to be at you at 2K. Yeah, I haven't even played 2K since we mentioned it. It's like semi-pro when the guy hits the shot in last minute and you won a cardboard check saying you won $10,000, but not the real money. That was so funny, bro. Yeah, they had like no money. And what was it? Was it like free corn dogs or something? And Jackie Moon like played defense on his own team. That was funny. 2K been dead? Yeah, I have not played 2K since we mentioned it. All right, guys. I think that's it for the night. I think that's it for the night. I trade Zach Collins for a PS5. PS5 will be dope. I mean, I have a PS5, but I would give my PS5 to a family member. All right, bro. Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody. This was a good stream. We were on for almost 3 hours. See you next time. Well, I'll see you tomorrow night after the... Who do we play? Trailblazers. Oh, also, let me mention this. So your boy, you remember guys when I said that I'll never like really go live when I'm away, right? It's like I can't go live because I'm away. Well, look what I got. Hold on. Oh crap. I already took it out the box. Look what I got. Look what I got. I have a gaming laptop. Your boy has a gaming laptop. Okay? So you know what that means? You guys told me this. It was actually the chat. So thank you guys so much. You actually told me if I'm gonna get a laptop, I should go to a pawn shop. Cause I was like, dude, I just don't wanna, but like, I went to the pawn shop. Apparently some college kids, they took it over, took their gaming laptops. They're like, I don't need this anymore. I'm upgrading or whatever. 8 gigabytes, not the best RAM, right? But I'm not going to be playing any heavy duty stuff on there. It's only for work and, you know, some moderate gaming, maybe some sentence mining when I get to that point in Japanese. And yeah, isn't that cool? How much was that? Get this. So online, it goes for about $600 to $700. They had it listed at the pawn shop for $500, but then they put an extra 30% off, so it ended up being about $370. I got a good gaming laptop for $370. What's the specs? I think it's i5 CPU, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 SSD, and this could be replaced. Robbery? That's not robbery. Don't be like that, Nicholas. I'm not playing anything crazy on it. I'm not doing anything crazy. Yeah, I can put more RAM in it. And then the GPU, I don't remember. 370 is not robbery. I mean, I guess everything's robbery then. Let me see. The deal was robbery. Oh, okay. I thought you said, okay. Let's see. That's not bad for light gaming. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you guys, I wouldn't be playing anything crazy on it. Like the only thing I would be doing is maybe like if I did this, maybe Marvel Rivals, which I don't think that would be that crazy. You know, my gaming really comes from PlayStation. I don't game. He's complimenting you. Oh, okay. My bad, man. No, you're fine. Nicholas, you're fine. You're good. I didn't know. Yeah, isn't that crazy though? Yeah, it's like two. Here, let me see if I can find the exact one so you know I'm pretty sure it was like $600. All right, here is. And this right here is and it's 2022. So this one right here has, yes. So this right here has the exact same. Give me a second. Control. Hold on. Let's see here. All right, let's see. Yeah, so this is the exact same one, and you can see it's listed for $610, and this is a 2021. This is a Windows 10 2021. I have a 2022 Windows 11. So yeah. I need to play Marvel Rivals. It's really fun. I kind of want to play it tonight, but I know it's getting late and I got to go to the barbershop in the morning. But yeah, guys. So. No. The GTX is, or which one is it? I don't think it's that high. It's like 1060X or something. Let me see if I see it on here. Or 1650. Yeah, 1650. Wait, I actually don't know. That's good, right? I know that's not crazy. It's not 3,000. I wanted something that was 3,000 or higher, but I figured the i5 with the 8 gigabytes, 256 SSD, with how I'll be using it, is fine for me. And this right here, I mean, you can play lighter stuff, right? For 2025, that's a little outdated, but who knows? It's a good deal. Keep in mind, this is my very first. I'm only using this, seriously, like I'm only using this for work stuff. I'll use it to live stream, right? So like, I think they can definitely handle a live stream. Undoubtedly, I think it'll handle a live stream when we go live. And then I'm using it for if I game a little bit, maybe some sentence mining. It's nothing heavy. Like, I'm not jumping on here to play The Witcher 3 or whatever, right? I'm not jumping on there to get, like, I think it's perfect for that. But yeah. Wait, I also said something. Guys, go follow Clan the Film Fan on Letterboxd, please. We got 2 extra followers. Please, Letterboxd. Lots of films I got in here. Lots of films. Lots of films. So I want to say that. Bro, Witcher 3 can run on the Switch. You for real can run with this? Oh, okay. Wait, I was trying to think of like a really heavy game. What's a game that's really tough to play? Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. Is Letterboxd free? You never answered my question last time. Oh yeah, it's free. It's free. If you wanted to pay for it, there's memberships, in which I've thought about it. It's like $50 a year. I thought about doing that. If you pay for it, you actually, if I go to someone's, where should I go? We can probably find some popular reviewers, maybe? Is this a popular reviewer? I don't know. How do I find popular reviewers? I saw it one time. Here we go. Here's a popular viewer. So, oh, Shafrillis. That's a YouTuber. I'm gonna follow him. 130,000 followers. Yeah, he knows film. He knows film. He knows, well, I guess maybe he's not, no, he's a patron. So let's see if he did this at all. Let's see if he has any lists. DreamWorks rankings. Okay, all these are just normal wallpapers, so he didn't change it up. So let's see if we can find someone else that actually did it. They actually look really nice. This laptop is good for Minesweeper, I guess. Hey, man. Witcher on the Switch is also downgraded to fit the console specs. You should watch Trafilla's List, one of the best films by the same guy who directed Jurassic Park. Schindler's List. Sorry. Yeah, I got that on my watch list. I don't know why I haven't seen that movie. That's one of those movies where it's like I told myself I will watch it, but okay, this, I think that's a custom. I think that's a custom one. Isn't this a YouTuber too? Yeah, this is a YouTuber too. Let me see here. Yeah, this person has a few custom ones. Not all of them are custom, but let's see if they have some lists. But you can, yeah, you can choose between just having a regular one or having. All right, yeah, he definitely got some custom ones on here. So, yeah, some of these are custom. So you can see this one. See, that's the normal wallpaper. But you can see his wallpaper is this. And then Poor Things, this is the normal wallpaper. but his looks awesome. So I've been thinking about it. I might do it. Holdovers, same thing. That looks so good. Yeah, these are really cool. So I'll think about it some more. But anyways, sorry, that was a long-winded. Yes, it's free. You don't have to worry about it. So you could decorate your account for $50 a month. I don't know if it's worth. No, $50 a year. No, $50 a year. $50 a month would be insane. No, you pay $50 and then you have that membership for a year. Yeah. I'm terrible at math. 50, 12. So that will be $4. So it's basically $4 a month. But yeah, you have to pay all at one time. You understand? Bro, a Spurs fan and a film enthusiast. Exquisite taste. I love films. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, good night, Kyle. Let me show you something. All right, you go to mine, Clan the Film Fan. Head on over to lists. Go to Amazing Films Who Won't Waste Your Time. And I'm adding to this. I just started it. I'm adding to it right now. Things might get shifted around once I rewatch some of these films, because some of these has been a while since I've seen them. But I think that this is a really good list. These are all of these movies I absolutely loved when I seen them. So even if you chose them at random, but as far as which ones I think are the best, Parasite and Handmaiden are probably two of the best films I ever watched. And RRR. Like, those three are ridiculous. Okay? Memories of Matsuko is also incredible, but that one's kind of hard to find. You probably could put it in a VPN and watch it on another website, honestly. I had to, I went the crazy route. I actually got it delivered to me. Hold on, I'll show you. Give me a second. Okay, so strangely enough, I watched it on an illegal streaming site. It's so good. Why you ain't follow me back on Letterboxd? What's your name on here? So, yeah, I can't find it for some reason. I don't know where I put it. But here's Confessions. So I got Confessions, right? That was one that I had to get imported. One Cut of the Dead, right? These are just a few that I had in there. This is my favorite movie, or my favorite horror movie of all time, A Tale of Two Sisters. That is a really good horror film. And then I got this not that long ago. Alfred Hitchcock's Ultimate Collection. It has a bunch of his movies in here that you can see. It's pretty cool. I got a lot of movies in here. The Master of Suspense. So yeah. Alfred Hitchcock Psycho. Yeah, I end up putting Dial M for Murder on here. May 97. I really like that movie. Just added more to my list. All right, let's take a look. Gonna watch Birds. Heck yeah, man. All right, let's see. Where are you, Huncho? All right, so you added more to your list. Hold on. Talking about this? Or are you talking about... Yours don't have lists. I guess you don't have any lists. Would that be on there if you did? Let's see. Hangover 2, you gave a 3. Hangover 4, you gave a 4. The Hunger Game. Thank God you think this way of the Hunger Game. Well, hold on. You changed. Oh, the original Hunger Games. Thank God you feel that way, dude. I feel like the Hunger Games is just like Battle Royale light. Battle Royale is way better. Pirates of the Caribbean. Scott Pilgrim. Oh, Scott Pilgrim gives a 3.5. I think I gave it a 4. Maybe higher. It was pretty great. Yeah, I gave it a 4. I need to make the list. Yeah, that'd be cool. If you made like a list of your favorite films or whatever, that'd be cool. I mean, no pressure. You know, if you go on there. Yeah, see, I got a list here. Yeah, you can make different lists. Like when you're reviewing a movie or whatnot. Like Child's Play one's my favorite. And then you like add to lists. Yeah, then you make a list. Then you can add every movie you want to that list. I love Child's Play. I don't know if I'll put it on. How do people feel about that? I think it's an amazing film. But I don't know how other people really view Child's Play, you know what I mean? I appreciate Child's Play for the animatronics and how much they pulled off. Like you watch the behind the scenes, you'll have a newfound respect for Child's Play. It's insane how much effort went into that movie. Roast my wedding. AA Ron is my username. All right, let's see. Oops, wait, I hit following. That's stupid. You would have been under AA Ron. Wait, were you earlier? You were super early on. Favorite movies are dope. I love Hot Fuzz. I don't really like Baby Driver that much. Godzilla Minus One is so freaking good. And I think I need to rewatch The Nice Guys. Let's see. Let's change to go lowest first. See what we got here. Agree. Care to explain yourself, sir? Hold on. Care to explain yourself? Well, let me see if I can find it on here. Don't disagree with any of these. Elvis a 3. I feel like I would give Elvis a 2.5. I haven't reviewed that. It was alright. Oh wait, did I just skip over it? I totally skipped over it. Alright, hold on. That's something you need to answer for. You got to answer for your sins. 2.5. No, I haven't seen the Omen movies. 2.5. The Witch. Were you thinking of a different movie? Maybe this was the wrong movie. Maybe you were thinking of a different film. 2.5. I gave it a 5. I think it's a 5 out of 5 film. It's really good. 2.5. Doesn't look like you reviewed it. That's wild. So you view The Witch the same way you view the Marvels? Or the same way you view Finding Dory? By the way, I agree with you. 2.5. I forgot about Finding Dory. I didn't like that movie. I think I gave Suicide Squad a 2, maybe. No, I just felt like it was slow, but I haven't watched it in years. Yeah, rewatch it, man. It's actually really great. The tension is there the entire time. I was glued to the screen. Yeah, I think that's definitely a 5 out of 5. At the very least, 4 minimum, I would think. Incredibles 2, it was kind of whack, man. I give it a 2.5. I don't know. Was there any substance in that I like thoroughly enjoyed? I didn't enjoy it at all, really. I'm just gonna do 2. I can't. Some movies here I forgot about. I haven't seen Campaign in so long. Hold on. This is how I'll decide whether or not I follow you. And see what your 5s are. So I gotta know if you give something a 5, it's a real 5, right? 5. But most of those I'm cool with. Hundreds of Beavers. I still need to watch this movie. Anora, I haven't seen it yet. Boy and the Heron, I haven't seen it yet. Okay, Scott Pilgrim a 4. Okay, 4.5. Okay. I'm very picky with my 5 stars. Yeah, I try to be too. Good Times, 4.5. Kung Fu Hustle, 4.5. That's a fun movie, I ain't gonna lie. The Iron Claw, I haven't seen it yet. Fury Road, 4.5. Okay, so your 4s and 5s, I disagree with some of the lower end ones, but this is what's important. I need to watch Mother, bro. I've held off watching it because now I know exactly what it's about because I had it spoiled. As far as like the underlying meaning of everything. So that's unfortunate. All right. Good job. Searching is a 4. My boy. You know cinema. I'm giving it a 4 too. That is absolutely correct. I think the only thing that will be, and it might be for you too, the only thing holding me back from giving this a 4.5 or a 5 is the acting. Like, and not the main actor. It's everyone else, man. Everyone else is a terrible actor. I love this movie, and I think it's very creative and fun. But I can't put it on my list of like amazing films because the acting alone is so bad. But it's definitely 4. That shows how good it is that the acting isn't that great, and it still is a 4 to me. Rear Window is a 4. I think I gave Rear Window I gave Rear Window a 4 too. That movie, I felt the tension. Yeah, dude, it's really great. He really wanted him to find his daughter. Monkey Man is a 4. I disagree. I think I gave it like a 2.5. But then again, it's a little biased on my side because I was really excited for it, and it just really dropped the ball for me, you know. Lilo and Stitch is 4. Akira, 4. Step Brothers, 4. The Wrestler, 4. All right. Well, AA Ron, you earned yourself a follow. That was really good. You gave Godzilla a 5, right? Okay, all right. Humans Are People Too. Okay. That's a great review. I love those short reviews. To the point. Gave Hot Fuzz a 4. Oh, wait, no, that was me. I gave it a 4.5. What did you give it? I'm not quite sure what you gave it. It doesn't matter. You want a great movie to watch? Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. You guys gave me so many freaking movies. Marcel the Shell with... I try to keep the reviews short. Yeah, I try to do that. Oh, wait, I've seen this. I haven't seen it, but I've seen this. This Shell before. I'm a hit it on watch. Is this a full movie? Is it a full-length movie? It's on my watch list. Clan improved. I definitely improved. That was a good list, especially your 4s and 5s. That the ones you didn't like, that's okay. You know, you're just critical. But the 4 and 5s, I cannot disagree with your 4 and 5s. There's only a few where I'm like, maybe I'll give it more, a little less, but nothing crazy. Those are good. Those are good picks. All right. Anyways, guys, follow me. I'm gonna push this like every live stream. Follow me, Clan the Film Fan. And I love this picture, by the way. Pulp Fiction, baby. I was debating whether or not to put Pulp Fiction on here or Child's Play, but I have to be honest, Child's Play is one of my favorites. All right, I'll give it to you guys later. I'll see you. I'll see you next game. Bye.